Oh, YouTube.
It's 11th hour, there's energy building. It's 11th hour, the energy is building. Yes, it's on its way. Walking silence is golden. It's so loud. Raise your head, look to the sky, how we're meant to fly. The fingers pointing, maybe pointing back. There's this feeling growing. The payments due, we all know someone will have to pay. It's the 11th hour. It's 11th hour, there's an energy building. Yes, it's on its way. Walk in silence, silence is golden. It's so loud. Raise your voice, raise your head. Look to the sky, are we meant to fly? There's fingers pointing, maybe pointing back. There's a feeling growing, the payments due. We all know someone will have to pay. It's the 11th hour. It's 11th hour, there's an energy building. Yes, it's on its way. Walk in silence, silence is golden. It's so loud. Raise your head, look to the sky. Are we meant to fly? There's fingers pointing, maybe pointing back. There's this feeling growing. The payments due, we all know someone will have to pay. It's the 11th hour. It's 11th hour, there's an energy building. Yes, it's on its way. Walking silence, silence is golden. It's so loud. Raise your head, look to the sky. It's 11th hour, there's an energy building. Yes, it's on its way. Hey now. How's everyone doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, we got Brian from the Popcast. Got Shellback, got Wes Moody, got our favorite moderator that seems to be everywhere, Tommy, and it's got a YouTube channel as well. How's everyone doing? How's the chat doing?
Woo! Hail to the best chat on YouTube.
Oh, indeed. Oh, indeed. We got the best chat in the community.
What's going on, people?
It wouldn't be a thing without them. So, what'd you think of the episode?
I thought it was well done. I thought, I thought it set a really good tone. There were some surprises. It was great. I miss good sci-fi like this. I really do.
Yeah, Wes, I think you completely missed the point of the episode. The point of the episode actually was a very riveting tale, and it told the story. It told the story about an SJW living inside somebody that wanted to come out and take control of them. That's what I got out of it. I don't know what anybody else seen, but that's what I seen.
Oh, yeah. And then there was a murder-suicide. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and hence the title of the episode, The Enemy Within. So, yeah, well, if you remember, they're carrying stories forward from the first episode, and then they're carrying the next episode. They're episodic. And that's one of the things that I like about this show and other shows I've seen that's very similar. But everything that Stargate SG-1 did, if you remember correctly at the time, Star Trek was successful in The Next Generation. There was Deep Space Nine, I believe. That was 99, 97. Deep Space Nine happened a little after that. And they didn't want to do what Star Trek was doing. They wanted to do something completely different. And story writing, my God, man. I went back and did a rewatch of like the first 3 seasons before I decided, man, we got to cover some of these. And so I went back and rewatched again. And I'm like, man, this stuff is amazing. When I was watching it.
Hey, Tommy, I just realized what you're saying is a Goa'uld is an SJW, so they must have purple hair, nose rings, and live only on soy.
The whole thing, it's all there.
Gotcha.
They re a lot too. Re.
Yeah. In 2016, they just one loud re.
As a matter of fact, what they call the ghoul actually stated the agenda, because it says if you're not with us, You're against us.
Yeah,
I just imagine a little ghoul coming out with his teeth, and he has like a little cleft of purple hair, little green eyes. He's got a Zelda tattoo on his neck.
yeah, man. I love the story making that they do with this series, and just SG-1 alone, it went from 97 to 2007. And then we got Stargate Atlantis, we got Stargate Universe, which Stargate Universe was received with not as much love, I guess you could say. But I liked it. I wanted to see where it was going to go. But this episode demonstrated how tricky and I guess evil incarnate in a way, how the ghoul symbiotes were.
Yeah, wasn't that also the end of the only character that crossed over from the movie, right?
Yeah, because you had Scar. One of his characters
Skara did too. He also
Yeah.
crossed over. You're right. Yeah.
He crossed over.
The only
and-
SG team member that came over from the movie was that guy, and was Skara and Daniel's wife.
Actually, I thought it was. I went back and watched the motion picture,
Right.
and it's not the same guy.
Really?
It looks so close. I really
Wow.
thought it was, and I thought it was the same guy.
I thought it was too.
Yeah, and
Huh.
I thought so too. I was like, all right, and then I went back to watch it on Prime. What I like about Prime is if you pause it, all the actors that are in that scene show up.
Yeah, X-ray. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Well, you
So
know
re-
what? It's so rare that a movie will actually cross over with the TV show, especially with the personalities that were in the movie. And I think one of the few movies that actually crossed over into a TV series and actually kept one of the actors was MASH with Radar O'Reilly.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I actually think that. I mean, I love the original Jack O'Neill from the movie. The movie is what got me into SG, but Richard Dean Anderson takes that character to a whole other level, man.
Oh my god, man!
Yeah, people think I'm crazy.
I
Like,
love
what are you
that
talking about? He's not a good actor as Kurt Russell. No, he is better at making the character more believable, more lovable. Just absolute RDA. What a man! What a man!
Love that show.
Yeah, you gotta love
I like-
MacGyver.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, the new MacGyver isn't bad either. It's not as good, but it isn't bad.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
I've
because of
seen a
the
couple
massive
episodes.
amounts of eye candy. It's just littered with eye candy. That entire show. It's like every episode is a different level of eye candy. They just extreme levels of eye candy in that show.
Yeah, there were so many different TV shows when that show come on. I caught a couple different episodes, but man, I was being distracted left and right by other episodes because what is it? I'm drawing a blank. There was another movie they brought into a TV show. Mel Gibson movie. I am drawing a huge blank. Lethal
Mel
Weapon.
Gibson. Lethal Weapon. Yes.
Yeah, they brought Lethal Weapon to as a series.
When did that happen? I don't remember that.
Yeah, and you know what? The main guy that played Gibbs,
Yep.
they gave him the literal shaft, man.
Bro, I did an
guess-
interview with him. It's one of the first big videos on my channel. I did an interview with that guy.
Man, I love that guy, man.
He was awesome. He
Hey,
pulled it
Bear?
off perfectly.
Hey, Bear.
Yeah.
There was another movie crossover to a TV series, but it didn't last very long, and that was Logan's Run.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Was it?
I
When
seen
did
I
that
seen-
come out?
70.
It was a few years
Late
after the
70s.
movie.
That was a good movie. I remember watching that like right around the time I turned 30
Yeah.
because well, that's the story.
I think I was 10, maybe 9 when I seen that.
Yeah, it had.
Well, I mean, I saw it before then, but I made a special point of watching it before I turned 30. There
Wasn't-
is no sanctuary, and now I'm like way over 30. So
Wasn't
Love that
Battlestar
movie.
Galactica based on a movie too?
No, they had a short series like. Well, a lot of those
One
TV
season.
shows, and the same thing with Buck Rogers. I mean, technically, Buck Rogers. Hey, how's it going, Wookie?
What's up,
A
Wookie?
lot of those shows actually had a made-for-TV movie. It wasn't really a movie, because Buck Rogers in the 24th Century, when they went to reboot it before they went to the TV series, they actually had like a short movie made for TV.
It was
and
like a
they did the
mini-series,
same thing with a lot of those. Yeah, they did the same thing with a lot of those other shows, but it wasn't like a mini series. It was a made for TV movie, basically.
I see.
Oh yeah, RR says Starman was made into a series. Actually, Aaron Gray was in that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that series. I remember that being actually pretty decent.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because the movie was a bit weird for me. You know, her dead husband and all that stuff. That was a little strange.
Yeah, I remember that movie. It was
had
what's
Karen Allen, I think.
Was it Jeff Bridges that played Starman?
And Jeff Bridges, yeah. So the chick from Raiders of the Lost Ark and Jeff Bridges. Interesting casting, actually.
Now here's a strange one for you. Now, the Transformers cartoon that came out by Sunbow, you know, when they actually first put the first 4 episodes out, that was actually supposed to be consistently in line with a short movie. They weren't really supposed to be standalone episodes. It was supposed to be a short movie broken up into segments for TV.
Oh, which show?
The Transformers by Sunbow.
Oh.
The first 4 parts, they were supposed to be 4 parts in a whole, and it was supposed to be representative of a short movie.
Are you talking the OG series?
Yes.
Yes, I could see that. Yeah, because it was all about them fighting on Cybertron, arriving at Earth, Energon.
And if you remember, at the very end, they were set to leave Earth and go back to Cybertron, and that was really how it was supposed to end. But they got such fanfare over that series, that's why they wound up extending it. And then eventually they made an actual movie for the theaters, which flopped so hard that in My Little Pony that Hasbro decided not to put G.I. Joe in theaters, and they made it direct to video.
I remember being really sad and upset
Pony.
when Optimus Prime died in the movie. That bummed me out. But I thought it was really cool when they were wiping everybody else out.
You know, My Little Ponies made a comeback in Disney Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're talking about space horses?
What are they called? Bronies? They're called bronies, right?
Space ponies. Yeah.
Hey, Wes, the funny thing was I was out at the store, and I made a small purchase when I was out at the store. They had those reaction figures, and they actually had Optimus Prime, the dead Optimus Prime, all in gray, for a reaction figure.
Oh man, pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered 2 Optimus Primes twice because you can only order 2 at a time. I'm not going to get them suckers until February 9th.
What's that, the Earthrise ones?
They were $19.99. I'm not sure which ones.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I think they were the ones that used to be $29.99, basically $33 with tax.
Yeah, because I picked up the Earthrise one. It's pretty cool, and it was very hard to find. They sell out really quick because all the toy hack guys go out there and they buy them all up, and then they put them on their eBay and Amazon stores and mark them up tremendously.
Oh yeah.
Now to bring it back a little bit, not only with Richard Dean Anderson taking over for Kurt Russell, but the other guy, help me out with his name. I can't. Michael Shanks, right?
Yeah, Michael Shanks took over for James Spader.
Yeah. But I mean, whoever did the casting for SG-1, yeah, they did a really good job, because both of those guys did a really good job taking over for who they replaced in the from the movie.
Yeah, remember there was a point where they killed off Daniel Jackson, and the reason, the behind the scenes reason, was because apparently his negotiations for his contract didn't go well. So he found out, they signed up for Sci-Fi, they're on their 5th season or whatever, right? And he's like, hey, listen, RDA is making this much, and I'm making this much, and how much RDA was making was considerably more, almost double. So he's like, listen, I need a raise. I'm pulling at least half the weight here, right? And they're like, now, RDA is a known quantity. He brings viewers in. He goes, what do you mean brings viewers in? We're on our 5th season now. People are coming because of these characters. And I represent one of these characters. And they basically said they weren't going to give him any more money. So he exited the show. So they wrote him off, and they killed him off. It was nice, right, the way they did it. They gave him a good exit, clean exit. He left in a good way. They were cool with him. What happened was a bunch of websites popped up. SaveDanielJackson.com, Save Jackson, Daniel Jackson lives, all right. Hundreds of websites popped up, all crazy GeoCities websites, not even well done, right? But just like a huge movement. This is before change.org and Twitter, right? And people started letter writing campaigns, but this is the crazy part. They wanted to be unique to Stargate, so they were taking boxes of Kleenex, and they were writing Save Daniel Jackson and why they love the character, and they were sending them to the studio, and the studio was getting thousands and thousands of boxes of Kleenex every day. And they're like, hey, everybody's got to stop. So they go back to Michael Shanks by the next season, and they're like, hey, we'll give you what you want, but you need to come back before you sign up for another gig, right?
Yeah, and have a box of Kleenex.
Right.
And yeah, we got all the Kleenex you could ever use.
Right. And then, the second they signed him, I remember that the second they signed him, it was like, normally you don't announce the characters coming back on your TV show. Like, they don't announce it. Like, special sneak peek in the next season, and they don't announce the fact that Jackson's coming back. That's supposed to be a tease, right? It's supposed to be like a surprise. But they wanted the fucking Kleenex to stop coming to their studio. So they announced it. It was like, it's a very, very interesting time in TV history, because it's so rare for them to announce a move before they make it. And they brought him back. But the guy that originally displayed Daniel Jackson, James Spader is an absolute god. When it comes to acting,
I'm a fan.
The guy is the best of the best, dude. I remember they said, you want to do this crossover thing. Maybe we have you as a cameo on the show. And he was like, look, Michael is doing a great job, and I'm not going to undermine his performance by even showing my face. What a Banff mood, bro.
That was so awesome.
Absolutely, yeah.
So classy.
That guy's a class act, man.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Man,
he's great. He's great on the Blacklist right now. Robert California. No one can forget that.
I was just going to say on the Blacklist, whenever I want my dose of Spader, I watch the Blacklist.
Yeah.
My God.
I'm the fucking Lizard King. That was awesome.
I've only
It was good as
seen
Ultron,
like
too.
part of the first season. So
All right, you see that right there? If you click the little expando square in the right bottom, you can see that. I found that on Walmart.com. It's imported from Japan. I never seen it before. Tommy, you ever seen that before?
Bumblebee, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of different stuff inside it. I ordered 2. I guess it's like a surprise, whatever's in it. Yeah, had to get it.
I've never seen a single episode of Transformers. Not a single one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so wild.
I know it's big. I know that and He-Man. People talk about He-Man. How everybody loves He-Man. I've never seen a single episode.
I'm gonna have to send a collective over. You're gonna lose some toes now, Brian. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, please, man. Listen, I grew up in a household that didn't allow TVs. So when I left for the military, that's when my TV time began, which was around when Stargate came out, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, right? I went back and watched TNG. That's when I got into sci-fi. But before then, growing up, there was no TV in my house.
Hey, Brian, since you brought that up, I'm just going to throw that out there. This is one of the other small purchases I really shouldn't have made, but I did anyway. Is I stopped in a store and they had retro re-releases of the original He-Man and Skeletor figures.
That sends it over, man. Yeah, I probably should check it out. I mean, I tried to see some of them, but some of them are like really. They're in the new style animation that doesn't do it for me. I'm just too old for it, I guess. But I gotta go check out the older stuff.
Yeah, if you check out the old stuff and you like it,
I need to address something in the chat real quick. Hey, Justin, when I say people are my friends, they're my friends. When I say they're my family, they're my family. And you're part of my family, man. And I was looking out for you. And I was just doing what any good friend or good family member would do for their family. In time of need, you calm your family down and give them something to think about. It's what you're supposed to do. That's how it works.
Hey,
Who's that,
Justin.
Justin?
Anytime, brother.
Yeah.
Justin Proper. Yeah, he was making his dash out of L.A. and just giving him some calm and talking to him, and I had long conversations with him to help him through his anxiety he was going through.
He also left
Yeah.
L.A.?
Yeah, we were on the phone with him for hours.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody's leaving L.A., huh?
Well, he left in, what was that, March? The beginning of March or something like that?
Really?
Yeah, something
What?
like that.
Justin, though, with that in mind,
3 days
remember,
before the lockdown, I knew it was going to happen.
Have I met
Yeah,
you, Justin?
Locked the whole state down.
I think I've met Justin. I think I met him in Vegas.
He probably did. He used to be known as Proper Jenny. He changed his name on Twitter, and it got stuck with Proper Jenny. Didn't he do the same thing with his YouTube channel or something like that?
yeah, well, it was he.
It
I
was
think I
proper-
met him.
it
I think
was
at
proper
that
Jeremy.
bar.
It was
What
proper
bar was that?
Jeremy for a long time.
Yeah, he was proper Jeremy, and then as a joke, he changed it to Jenny, and it was like that, like time number
3
3
months.
within that certain time window or whatever. So he was
Yeah, you
stuck
get
with
90
it.
days.
Yeah, he was stuck with it for a while.
Justin, did I meet you at that bar in Vegas, that weird Star Trek bar? During the
Says on
Star
March
Trek
20?
convention? Was it?
Was it Vegas?
It was in Vegas. Yeah, it was the Star Trek convention. I was there with Gary from Nerdrotic.
Yeah.
And a couple
Hey,
of the Midnight's
Thomas.
Edge guys. I think you were there, right, Justin? I think he was.
Yep.
I remember Justin Proper Jeremy or something like that. Yes,
Million Falcon
that's
Bar.
it. The Million Falcon Bar. Yeah, dude, I met you. Man, nice to see you again, bro. Yeah, Gary was there.
Midnight's Edge.
And a couple of the guys from Midnight's Edge. It wasn't Andre though. It was
Rob?
Rob and
Rob.
the other guy. I forgot his name already. So I talked to him every day.
Mecca
'cause
Random 42 was there, I believe.
Yeah, Mecca was there. Rob and I gotta look it up. So I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Tom and Rob. Yeah, I actually, that's when I talked him into putting his designs on my website. Was at that bar.
Awesome.
You just
Yeah,
gotta
I
get
have
really
a-
drunk.
I have a Nerdrotic hoodie. Yep.
Oh, you do? It's cool.
Oh yeah. Nerdrotic symbol on black pullover hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you got it from me.
It's very possible. It was from Nick's Tees.
Oh yeah, you got it from me then. Yeah.
Yep. Nick's Tees. And,
Yeah, that's cool.
And basically, I'm what you call a real patient type. I don't tend to go over the deep end until it's like been many, many, many times. And when you're ordering products, mistakes happen and all that. And my hoodie didn't get shipped right away, and I just sent a reminder.
Was it my fault?
I don't know. I just sent a reminder email, say, hey, it hasn't come yet and all that. Then they got back to, oh, sorry about that. Thanks for being so patient. And I was like, oh, it's fine, man. I know I'll get it.
Who emailed you back? Was it John?
It might have been. I'd have to look at it again.
John's a good guy. When we
But it's
first
very
started,
nice.
when we first started doing those hoodies, we had a problem getting Gary to approve them because the size. So they were on the website for sale, but he wanted to see them on a very particular size, on a very particular color.
Right.
So I think that's probably that was probably a delay. Now, if you buy them, they pretty much ship out the same day.
Was it like a weird size or something? Was it like a triple XL in hot pink or something? What?
It was probably a very large hoodie, and Gary wants them all. Whether you're wearing a small shirt or a large shirt, he wants the size of the logo to be the same.
Yeah.
So when you print it big on a small shirt, and you try to print it that same ratio on a large triple X hoodie, it tends to be harder to do.
Hey, Mackany Nice in the
You
chat
got to lay
too.
down the print more thicker.
Right? Yeah, you got to add more.
I got a friend back in Illinois who is a wizard at silk screening. He does them all by hand.
Oh, we used to do that. We don't do hand printing anymore. We use something called digital garment printing. Comes
Yeah,
off this
he's
giant conveyor. It's like
he's
you know what it looks
complete
like?
old
It looks like a giant. Yeah, we used to do that old school, but it's too much work, man. So we got these two machines, and it looks like a giant inkjet. I'm not joking. It looks like a giant inkjet printer you would have like next to your home computer. But imagine your inkjet printer, 50 times that size, with a giant conveyor belt, and you load up shirts onto these like metallic platens. And the thing just reads where it's at. And then the hand part is when you have to go in there and you have to adjust where it's at and give it like little brush strokes in the program, and then just like sort of clean it up to whatever color the garment is. But yeah, it's a really cool way of doing it. It allows you to do pretty much whatever you want. With screen printing, you're stuck with whatever screens you made, and if you want to do like full color, you got to get like 8 screens. It's sort of ridiculous.
Well, I thought you were going to say something really impressive, like your printing system actually uses dot matrix still or something.
I mean, that would be cool. I want to see them take a dot matrix machine and make it into a T-shirt printer. That'd be awesome, man. Now, this inkjet thing though, it's really cool. Like the ink, it's really hard to explain. I wish I had a picture, but the ink canisters are like this big, and there's like 4 whites, 2 blacks, 2 magenta, 2 cyan, and 2 yellow. And then there's another one, like a clear ink called a pre-treat, and it prints that pre-treat down first, and then it lays down the rest of them, and it lays them down one at a time. It actually takes an insane amount of time, but when the prints come out, you can do whatever you want. You can have however many colors you want, make it whatever size you want. It's ingenious.
Dot matrix is cool, but what about Mega Made? Mm-hmm.
You had to go there again, didn't you, Turtle?
Yeah.
It's all about those thermal printers, man.
Thermal printer. What the hell is a thermal printer?
Oh yeah, it prints it on a very special paper that when it gets when it senses a heat change, the paper turns dark. So it's printing with heat. So the paper rolls through this little roller, and it activates heats at certain parts of the roller to activate the paper. So there's no ink. The paper is black when it's hot, and it's white when it's not hot. So it just sort of prints the heat onto the paper. You never have to buy ink.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, but not good for printing, obviously. Not good for T-shirts.
Right. Good for receipts and such.
Right? Yeah. Receipts are like labels,
Let's see here. Gonna. My logo is hand drawn, and I used oil pastels to draw it when I drew my logo. And I will zoom in.
Oh, look at that.
It won't zoom. But if you look closely, you can see all the fine lines. That's not yellow.
Right.
It's got I used 5 different shades of red, 5 different shades of yellow, and 5 different shades of orange. And fine lines until I had it all just perfect. And the lettering itself was hand drawn. And then what I did is I only drew one bear, and what I did is I after I drew it, I loaded both. I took a picture of both the drawings and I uploaded it into my photo editor. I have Photo Director editor, and ran it through that and made it pop a little bit with the bright blues, because there's some weird setting where you can just make something brighter, and that's
saturation.
Yeah. And it was more than just the saturation. It was a tool you could use.
Oh.
Complicated as hell the program is, but easier than Adobe Photoshop. But
sure.
It's all hand drawn, and then I placed it all together, and then boom, it was done. Now the outside is just the basic border cutout that you can find anywhere, But the whole inside in there, that's all mine.
That's cool.
I just used the border of a cutout from something, and that's how it's been. And when I first did it, I got the Photoshop, and then it made all the colors pop.
Yeah, I never noticed that the bears were the same. All 3 bears.
Yeah, they're identical. Yeah.
Where did you get your name, Bear Nerd Fun?
I was given the name Big Bear in '97 in October. And it was a weird coincidence that October was the start of the freeze up moon on Medicine Wheel, and that's where the bear is. kind of interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just thought you were a big guy that was really into younger dudes. So you're a big bear.
No. No.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I know. Yeah. No, a friend of mine that was Lakota, she stopped me when I was dancing and told me what my name was, and it just felt so right. I'm like, yeah.
There you go.
So I've been bear since.
Bear doesn't go cubbing.
Cubbing.
No. I used to check out the club scenes and all that, but not cubbing.
Cubbing. Is that an actual terminology? Cubbing? Is that what it's called? Oh,
I don't know, man. This day and age, I try not to keep up with it.
And if I was gay, I would not admit that I was in the Cubs. There's too much going on nowadays with that.
Oh yeah.
You're a Democrat. You're in the Cubs. Interesting.
I'm from Chicago. Okay.
Well, and then,
I'm from Chicago. Anybody see that video of? I saw it like an hour before I got here. Matt Jarbo sent me a link. There's a video of Hunter Biden, and he sent me this link on Twitter. He's like, "This guy knows how to party," and oh my god, the guy certainly knows how to party. That's for sure. It's like some degenerate shit, man. Sorry, my French.
Dude has a serious foot fetish.
Oh my goodness. And if you're that wealthy, why crack? Right? Why crack?
Yeah.
They like
You can afford to be a degenerate. Maybe that's what it is.
But why not cocaine? Like get a better drug, bro.
Maybe they prefer the sound, the crackle sound and smoking over snorting. I don't know.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Yeah, what a dirtbag. Oh, well, he probably cost his pops the election. Well, I mean, we'll see.
I don't know about that, man. I think it's there's folks, friends of mine on both sides are like, oh, well, my guy's gonna win. I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I think it's a toss-up. I think that debate didn't take place far enough away. It should have taken place, 3 months ago, not last week or whatever.
Yeah.
You think the early voting, it's too late?
You know that
They
just everybody everywhere has to use the pink elephant filter,
Right. They got to use pink elephant filter, and I think the early voting, there's a lot of votes already in before that debate. Before a lot of information's coming out, there's a lot of stuff that is really positive for President Trump and not so positive for Joe Biden that is coming out now, but if it needed to come out to be in Trump's favor like 3 months ago. The debate needed to happen like 2 months ago.
Well, Wes, you were talking about earlier that apparently there's a lot of people searching up how to change their vote.
There is, yeah. I posted a link, and right, like the day after the debate, that trended way up.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. Here, I've got the link higher in the chat. I'll post it. It again.
Is that even possible?
No, it's not.
Oh, see, man, the debate needed to happen so much sooner. Earlier, yeah. That is a mistake.
Yeah, I think he might have. I think Trump may have had pink elephant going into the first debate. I think that might have been the problem. I posted it in the private chat, and I'm reposting it in the chat.
Well, I said that I had this conversation a few times, and I said that if Trump would have acted like he did in the second debate, and he didn't step all over Biden as much as he did in the first one, I think he would have had a lot better of a response. I think he went too far on the attack, and he just made himself look like the bad guy in a lot of people's eyes because of the way he was overstepping everybody.
Yeah,
I think if he would have been a little bit more cool and a little bit more calm, that he would have swayed a lot more voters with that first one, because Joe Biden refused to answer anything. Same thing he did in the second one too. Refused to answer shit.
Yeah, well, this happened in 2016, bro. When he went against Hillary, the first one he was like real rough, and the second one he was just like he was now, he just murdered it. But that happened so much earlier in the process because of Pink Elephant.
Yeah, well, Hillary. Well, I mean, Biden. When he let Biden talk, Biden was hanging himself. Biden was contradicting himself. not only in that debate, but even in the same answer, he would be contradicting himself.
Biden is not up for the challenge, man. That poor guy looks like he's confused.
Biden is a walking contradiction. Let's just be honest.
I honestly, watching that debate, I felt so sorry for him because, like, I think after, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but she would ask a question, he would start on this rigmarole that he obviously practiced somewhere, and then he would forget what she asked, and it was obvious. He would forget what she asked and then start talking about something completely different, and you're like, what's going on, Joe? Did you forget what the conversation was about? Come on, man.
No, you know what happened. She asked the questions out of order.
Oh, yeah. That actually makes sense, dude. I know that's a theory on that site, but like it makes sense though. They might have given them like the questions so he can like work it out. And she didn't ask him in order because he was answering with answers that should have came later. Like for sure, I think that for sure happened actually.
Well,
and I'm pretty sure he had an earpiece because he kept putting his head down and to the left, like he was listening to something. It was so weird. Like I don't know why he was making that head movement.
Well,
they only had
at times. You notice at times he was getting really angry.
Yeah,
Joe Biden.
I noticed.
Well,
yeah.
Hey, Bear.
Well, I've seen. Hold on, Tommy. Real quick. I've seen old folks, especially men with Alzheimer's and with dementia and all that, and they get angry a lot because that's not because they're angry with the person. They're frustrated because they can't get their point across. They can't get their thought across. They're trying to remember what they were talking about, and they get angry and frustrated.
Yeah.
And I've personally seen that with some of my elders growing up.
Yeah.
That were really old and all that, and just from experience.
Well,
it's a real shame that that they're actually putting a person through that, because medically speaking, I don't think he's good to go because of everything that's been going on.
You know what? There are people that have rampant TDS, and even though you'll show them the raw footage of Trump repeatedly condemning white supremacy, they won't even want to look at it. If
It's
you're
so
watching,
true.
If you're like, my parents are like that, and they're smart. It's like, why are you not? And they claim to be anti-establishment. They're from that generation. They're boomers, and it's just like, no, I don't want to watch that right-wing propaganda. And I'm like, it's raw footage.
Yeah.
Hey, Bear,
propaganda.
Hey, Bear, can you highlight Rowan Ginger Raven's comment?
Which one? Timestamp.
1, 2, 3, fourth one from the top, fourth one from the bottom.
Yes, you
58
can
after.
change your vote.
In a few states.
Really?
That's interesting.
I've not heard of that. I don't think you can do that in California. I think you might be able to re-vote provisionally, but it's most of those provisional ballots get tossed.
You can change your vote if you voted absentee ballot.
Absentee, yeah.
In certain states like Florida and Michigan.
Now, I'm not sure how it is in Washington because we have ballot by mail here in Washington State.
Hey, Adega.
All right, so this is what it says. Wisconsin voters who voted early in person can recast their ballot as long as they do so by Saturday, October 31st. That's Wisconsin.
Nice.
Well, Wisconsin's a must-win, so...
Minnesota's the same way. The deadline is a week before the election. The absentee voters can change their mind. But Wisconsin actually allows you to, no matter how you voted, you can recast your ballot. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very. I would think that would cause problems.
I mean, I don't know, man. I have no idea how the voting system works.
More problems, yeah.
Minnesota is only if it's absentee. Michigan is, as long as they haven't been processed and tabulated, you can change your vote. And you gotta look it up. I don't know when that is. New York, Connecticut, Mississippi. Oh, New York, Connecticut, Mississippi. You can contact your city clerk and change your vote up to a week before the election.
Well, see, I don't believe the polls. That's for one. I definitely don't believe the polls. See, I've talked to several, diehard Republicans, and 3/4 of the Republicans that I talk to say when a pollster calls, they either hang up, which means they're not talking to them, or they will tell them that they're voting for Biden because they hate the mainstream media and they think that and they're right. The mainstream media is lying to them and they want them to look like fools.
Interesting.
And,
Well, how many people are saying that they're going to vote for him out of fear that they're going to get ridiculed for voting for Trump?
Well, I mean, there's that too. There's all those factors. And so I think there is a lot of that. But here's something to keep in mind. Here in California, when Bernie and Hillary were running in the primaries, Bernie was getting huge crowds and Hillary could barely fill up get 20 people in a 50 capacity room. And she ended up, the polls were neck and neck, and she ended up winning by like 8 points, which I don't believe. I think they swapped the results, is what I think happened.
No, I think it's funny you mentioned Bernie. I was watching the one little segment they actually had with Bernie going at Biden, and he was talking about Biden and his wanting to cut Social Security and all these other things, and Biden was like, I never said that. I never said that. And they were playing all the clips of when Biden was actually just straight up saying that he was going to cut Social Security services and all these other things. That it was part of some big changing, sweeping reform where he was just going to do away with everything. Yet every year they come across, well, Republicans are going to take away your Social Security and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. Yet here we are with a Democratic guy who claims he's true blue who wanted to do it.
Ron Rowan says that was based on an article because I had it clicked where it was search term.
No,
days,
no, he's right. Yeah, on October 24th, the 4th, the phrase "change my vote" was Googled so much that it hit the max limit of Google search trends charts in 7 states. In other states,
25th?
in other states it was trending in the 50s, but in 7 states, of which 4 are major states, it was at the 100. So that's not 100 searches. That's like it's Google's random, metric for search terminology, and 100 is the highest, which means it literally hit the actual max for trending on literally the day after a couple days after the debate.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah,
It is.
yeah, that's I've never heard of that, dude. I don't know, man. I still think it might be a toss-up, but who knows?
I don't know. I'm mentally preparing myself for either outcome. Obviously, I'm hoping that it would be President Trump, but
Wes.
Well, the fat lady sings
Come to
November
Florida,
3rd.
Wes. It's not too late. Run.
Run where?
Run
Where?
to Florida, Wes.
I may just. We'll see. I don't know.
I gotta get out of California someday. California's killing me, man. It's
What
not
part
a
of
place to
California are
live.
you in?
SoCal.
Oh, yeah, California. If you have a business, you are already in an adversarial, which you do, obviously, because of your YouTube channel. You're already at an adversarial relationship with the state. Because the
I'm
franchise...
in Orange County.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the more business-friendly ones, I think, down there,
Yeah,
right?
it's the last Republican stronghold in Southern California.
Last
But
of the Mohicans.
it's turning blue, right?
Slowly, every year, it edges closer and closer to blue, but it's still a nice magenta.
Yeah. Well,
But who knows, man? It's getting purpler and purpler.
Well, hey, I can remember a time when there wasn't hardly any on the. You can look at the voter map for Washington. It was mostly blue. Now it's splotchy, red and blue.
Really?
And it's the most it's ever been since I.
Yeah, Orange County is very red for the most part. That's because there's a lot of businesses here, and some of the wealthiest people on the planet live in Irvine, Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, and wealthy people tend to like not paying that much taxes. And then we have a giant tourist industry, and regulation is not good for tourists. So Orange County tends to be friendlier to like Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags. That's all Orange County.
Well, up in Washington State, we have there's a lot of gun owners, a lot of hunting and stuff like that going on, and people have rifles and lots of guns, and the Governor Inslee is wanting to crack down on, have more gun restrictions and regulation. And honestly, that's those words like that are literally, for gun owners, dirty words. That's an instant knee jerk. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna vote for you if you're gonna do that. And because people are serious about their guns in Washington State. There's a lot of gun owners, a lot of anglers, and all that.
Yep. Yeah, my cousins live up there. They're very.
Yeah. You wanna lose an election real quick? Piss the gun owners and piss off the anglers.
Yeah, I mean, you piss off the oil industry. When, dude, when he ended his statement out of the debate with the whole anti-oil thing, I was like, oh my God, if this had taken place in freaking July, like, he would have just tanked overnight. Because you're talking about millions and millions of blue-collar jobs right there. It's insane. Millions. It's the biggest industry on the planet. What are you thinking?
I'm up here in NoCal, I'm by Sacramento, and Sacramento's pretty blue. I've not seen any Biden-Harris bumper stickers, and I've only seen 2 Biden-Harris signs in Sacramento.
Really?
On lawns, so I don't know.
Yeah, the fervor is not.
I don't see that many Biden signs at all.
The fervor, like in 2016, the whole "I'm with her" Hillary Clinton thing was way more popping.
Yep.
Than Biden apparently. I haven't seen a single. By the way, maybe it's because I live in Orange County. Everywhere I go, I see Trump flags and Trump signs and like street side shops selling Trump gear. There's like every time I leave my house, there's somebody with a pop-up selling Trump shirts and Trump banners and stuff. Every neighborhood I go into, it's like Trump flags and American flags and blue line flags. Like, it's pretty much everywhere I go. And I leave Orange County, go to LA, all that stops, but I don't see the other side.
Yep.
I never I don't see the rainbow flags. I don't see any Biden-Harris stuff. None of that. I don't see any of that stuff when I go to LA. It's weird. It's like no one really cares about that part of it. They just care about, getting Trump out.
I've seen more Black Lives Matter stuff than I have Biden-Harris stuff.
Oh, I've seen a lot of that. Yeah. I have friends that don't really understand what BLM actually, like the actual organization, what they're attempting. And they'll post it on their social media. They'll put it on their cars. They'll put stickers on them like, hey, listen, man, I'm so glad that you support that. Like, I love that you support the idea of that. That's awesome. Now go and actually read the mission statement on the actual website and then tell me if you still support that organization. Because that's different. The idea of it is just fine. The organization itself is really not. Like, the one that started that logo, go read their mission statement and then just be sort of perturbed the entire way through.
Yeah, you would think being up in Washington State, it's pretty liberal and all that. I haven't seen very many Biden signs.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen many at all. But I'm seeing Trump signs and on trucks sometimes Trump flags here and there, and I'm seeing more of that than I am Biden.
Yeah, I mean, I'm north of Sac, so it's it's Trump territory in the tiny little area I live in, but I do see many more Trump flags and signs than I do Biden-Harris.
So about a mile down the road from where I live is the grocery store, right? And so here lately, because of I have to basically been walking to the grocery store, so back and forth. And there's one intersection. It's like a three-way intersection, and so, facing the side street or side road, they've got all these campaign signs, right? And several of them are, of a, GOP, Republican candidate. And today, on my way back from the store, I see one Biden-Harris sign right in the middle of of all of them, and I had to stop for like a quick second. I rolled my eyes, and then I was like, I started to lean in that direction, and I'm like, no, no, I'm like, no, don't be like all
Nope.
the butt hurt people that are taking down, that take down the Trump signs. I'm like, be better, be better, and
Be better.
Did you guys see the little meme 3-second video? It's actually more than that. I think it's like 9 seconds or 10 seconds. It shows a guy running up to a Trump sign to go to rip it out, and then he drops it with his hands, going ow, 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 and then runs away. Well, apparently somebody hooked up a low charge electrical current to it.
yeah,
Just enough to get your attention, and the guy ran away.
yeah.
That's really funny.
I've
It
seen
trended,
I've seen
literally
that.
trended.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've also seen where somebody they lined the backside of it with mouse traps. So as soon as you freaking put your hand on it to pull it out of the ground, snap! With
I've seen
with the
them
mouse trap.
then put spikes underneath the
Yeah,
yard signs so that if somebody goes to
the
do a lawn job. Yeah.
yeah the bird little bird spikes that you can put to keep birds off your gutters and whatnot. Yeah.
Now, what they should do is they should take a bunch of the glue traps for mice and put them on the back of the sign.
That's a good idea.
This is the glue all their hands.
Be like, well, why are you walking around with a Trump sign? I have to. I should be able to let go of it in about 5 days.
In fact, it fell into his hands.
5 days.
I thought that was a good screen grab. They
Whoa.
they kind of did a small Star Wars homage. Close the blast doors is exactly what she says.
You
And
said
where did we
blast
hear it?
doors?
Yeah, she said close the blast doors.
Is that a stunt woman?
No, that's
her.
that's Amanda Tapping.
I think Amanda Tapping
They-
did a lot of her stunts. That
Put a,
she-
Yeah.
put a wig on
Not
her?
getting hurt.
No, they
Okay.
just caught her like it's just frozen as she's struggling. from
She used
the
to have
guy.
longer hair. She used to have longer hair. In the
it's
first,
like-
season, she had longer hair.
No, what it is they caught her in the actual fear of being in the embrace of an SJW. This is what happens to normal people.
That's really funny.
Hey, Adega Outlaw says this. You got to be careful about booby trap and stuff because in some states that's a crime. It's one thing to kind of booby trap it where someone's not going to get hurt, they're going to get a little shock and not get hurt from it. That's one thing.
The
But
booby traps. That's what I said.
booby traps. Yeah, just at nighttime when you're walking down. Remember the teenage years, back when we'd sneak out and do some drinking and walk down the sidewalk. Avoid walking in the grass because mole holes, perfect thing to fall down and fall on your ass. You know what I'm talking about, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've got to watch out for them mole holes. You just step in it and you'll fall on your ass.
dude, you just made me think of like one of my, I don't know, I guess you could call it a favorite memory or whatever. Is they were having a party, out in the woods, like you do when you grow up in BFE, Missouri. So I was like 3 sheets to the wind, right? And the trails that went through this, wooded area, were like, up and down and stuff. Dude, it felt like I was, at an amusement park, on a roller coaster. I mean, it was just because, in combination with, being buzzed off my ass, sitting there walking, up and down, I was like, whee!
You know what? I think Adega might have a point. That very well could be the case there, Adega. That's the face of the first time experience with Walton's brew.
Oh.
What? Who's that?
Say it again.
That's the face of the first time experience with Walton's brew.
All right. Okay.
That was a dig it.
You need to. Hey, Tommy, preface that a little. I don't think Brian's ever heard of the Walton's Brew.
Oh,
I have not, no.
he's never experienced the full throttle engagement of a Walton's brew.
Yeah.
Nope.
Walton is known for his coffee enemas. And no matter how much Walton tries to deny the truth, it's still alive, Walton. 6 months is still alive, buddy. He slipped up on a live stream, and they were talking about enemas, and, well, Walton became the enema king. I've seen it. I've got commercials on my channel to prove it.
Yeah, I like the Walton's Best Brew, you know, with the where it looks like Folgers crystals, you know.
Best part of waking up.
Yeah, and then the next thing you know, you hear
Next thing is Folgers in your butt. It's exactly what it says.
Did you guys ever see that Folgers commercial?
There's Walton's in your butt.
There's a Folgers commercial where, like, the brother comes home from Christmas and he's like talking to his sister, and it's getting like sort of weird and tense. You guys ever seen this?
Yeah, I think so. Like
someone recreated where they continued the commercial, and the parents come in and they're getting upset with them. They're like, "You gotta get out of here, Brian. You can't be here anymore." Oh my god.
Hey, Bone, how you doing?
What's up, Bone?
Hey, Bone.
Yeah.
Oh, tons of fun.
Well, with Toxic Man Flu, I think the machine probably is going to try to steal the election. I think the machinery's already working on that in various ways. See, if they cook the results where it's wide enough that they don't have to do a recount, like what I think happened in California with Bernie and Hillary, where they inverted the results, I mean, you have no legal basis for a hand recount to look at those ballots.
Right.
Well, honestly, I don't think anybody should be able to vote or start voting or whatever as early as they did. I just, to me, the only people that get to vote by, you know, quote unquote mail, you know, absentee ballot, are those of us that were on deployment in the military.
Or if you specifically request an absentee ballot because you're disabled.
That is the only time. That's the only time I ever voted absentee, was if I happened to be on deployment during an election time. All of the rest of the time that I was in the military, I voted, you know, in person, you know, at the, you know, wherever it was, you know. So I'm.
Yeah, I think. I think there's a reason why they wanted to vote by mail. I mean, for sure. You know, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I think that voting should be a national holiday. You get that day off.
Well, here's the thing too. I've seen things where they're talking about, you know, according to the mail-in ballots or whatever so far, that Biden is ahead. You know, and I'm like, how the hell do you know? Because those ballots aren't even supposed to be opened until election day. So how are they saying that Biden is ahead and via mail-in vote if they're not supposed to be opening the damn things?
Right.
Oh, but I did. You know, they did. I think 4chan caught some guy opening them and going through them, and he had a pen and was marking the ballots. In fact, if you want me to share that, I can share it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me grab it. Hold on.
I don't even really know. I mean, I only know them by name. I don't even really know this, you know, 4chan stuff, other than, you know, seeing like a lot of people online going, "Oh, these 4chan people are crazy," and you know.
So Memology had posted here. I'm gonna show you this part because Memology had posted it on YouTube, and YouTube took it down, so we had to post it on BitChute. So yeah, watch this. Watch this. Yeah, watch this.
Dude, Memology is like a boss.
Yeah. What's funny is that a lot of these SJWs think that he's like making fun of Latino people because of his profile picture.
Didn't
But
somebody call him a white supremacist or something?
yeah. But the guy in the profile picture is actually him, I believe.
It's funny. They're calling, and he's like Latino, right?
Yeah, he's from Honduras,
Yeah.
I believe.
But
Yeah,
yet he's a white supremacist because somebody didn't like his shit.
Right? How does that even work?
Yep. Oh, whoop, just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Okay,
Anybody
here we
else
go.
ready?
Hold on. Wait, what's going on here? Ah, there we go.
Did you share the sound?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
I can
stop.
hear
Stop.
Hammer
Stop.
time.
I know who that is. I thought I seen a design. Yeah, we.
You know who that guy is? The guy doing the ballots?
They just showed a background. It looked like a YouTube channel that I know of.
Yeah. Memology. This one?
No,
Wait,
not that one. Okay. Give us a little detail of what's going on.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening is
On
this
Yahoo
guy
Finance.
this guy is taking the ballots out. See, and then it gets to a point where he looks around. Watch, you'll see it in a second here. So he looks. Yeah, before engaging in the alleged felony, the man looks around, maybe to make sure no one is watching. The camera pans away suspiciously right after. Watch. So he's looking around. Watch this. He'll look around. He's looking around. And he pulls out a pin. See if I can get it. See, there's a pin. And he
Changing
starts.
someone's vote.
He's filling in the ballot. And then the camera moves away.
Emergency meeting. I love the Among Us reference. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That guy is super sus right now. I'm telling you right now.
So why are they even allowed to have pins during this? Well, why are they opening them now?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
And then yeah, she's in there for humorous effect. So yeah, that's
her and her WAP, right?
Get a bucket and a mop.
Yeah. Someone's got mic hum, huh? Is that you, Wes?
Nope. Here, I'll mute it.
Me? Am I making noise? Can you guys hear me?
No, it's not. It's barely noticeable. I just.
Is it
noticed
me though?
down.
Because I just messed with my audio settings.
Whoever was clicking the actual mic to mute it, I think that's who it was.
Let me try it again.
Yeah, because I think it's picking up your fan on your computer.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's funny how a mic can pick up the fan.
Yeah, it just depends on how
Wait,
you
so
have.
was that me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
It's picking up your fan on your computer.
It depends
Barely
on your.
noticeable.
You got on mine. You turn the gain way down, or it could be that you're pulling from the wrong audio source.
I don't know. What the fuck?
Or you have to be in cardioid mode, I think. Also,
Is that better?
yes,
Oh yeah.
much better.
Okay, my game was maxed.
Yep, that'll do it.
Ah.
Making sense.
Yeah. I got one of them old-fashioned mics that require a power supply, and I gotta say I really like how it works. When I first got this laptop, I had to kind of fiddle with it a little bit and get it to work right. And I had to get an external USB audio hookup because the audio hookup that I had, you know those fobs for a wireless headset? Put a fob in your audio jack.
Oh yeah, it's like a little USB.
Well,
yeah.
someone broke off the glass piece, the fiber optic piece inside it, and so I thought it was a piece of plastic, so I took a hot needle and gently probed in the hole. Maybe I'll stick it in there, but it went through the plastic of the housing, but I didn't damage any of the metal inside, and so I was able to pop out that piece of glass that was in there, and I figured out that this wasn't just something the kid did. This was broken off from one of those fobs for a wireless headset, and so it works sound-wise. I can plug a headset in and listen to it, but if I plug in a headset with a mic, plug a mic into it, it doesn't work. It's really spotty. So that's my workaround. And ever since then, when I got it to work, it works real good.
It works.
Yeah. And shit, $20 mic, $10 stand, $20 power supply. Can't beat it.
I got a Yeti mic.
Yep, that's what I got. I got the Blue Yeti, and swear to God, man, you just look at this thing and the cord will unplug. You have to be really careful. I don't know if anybody else's does that, but
Yeah, the Blue Yetis, the cables are really sensitive. I'm on my second mic now. My brother's had to change his Yeti out twice.
Oh, wow.
yeah, if I have to end up changing it out, I'll just go with a different. I'll go Audio Technica or whatever. I don't know.
Hey, we got another one for him that was like comparable price wise and quality, and the Yeti just turned out better. The audio quality when recording, maybe not for live stream, but for recording was just way better. And way more range to it, which allowed me to play with it more.
Yeah. I've had my mic set up now for about a year and a half now, and I haven't changed it yet, and it's been pretty good, I gotta say.
Well, the Yeti has survived being dropped on really hard tile a couple of times, so we'll give it points for durability.
Doesn't Yeti have the mics where it's direct USB plug-in?
Yes.
Yeah.
So mine's old school. It's got the 3-prong that plugs into the back of the mic. It wraps around the bucket a few times and plugs into the power supply. Then the input from there plugs into my input, and there you go. Only reason why I know how to set stuff like that up because I was actually a roadie for a number of years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because my friend Eric Lambert, I'd help him carry stuff in, and times where I could eat for free and drink for free. Just alcohol wasn't free; you had to pay for that shit. But
Right.
I got taken care of quite good. Just showing up, going to shows, I'd help him carry stuff in, and I'd help him hook stuff up. So I learned how to set stuff up. I'd help him with sound, stuff like that. So I got some usable little bit of knowledge helping him out.
That's cool.
And that's why it was, because setting up an old school mic, it can be a little complicated, a little bit. If you've never done it before and never seen anything like that, it can be complicated.
Yeah.
But
I can imagine, man.
Plug and play is nice. I like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, plug and play is very nice if you can find it. If it doesn't have any glitches and stuff like that.
My backup mic, the one I use in Studio B, that thing only cost me like $25. It was a Samson mini mic, mini GoPro or mini. The heck is it? It's tiny. In the picture you think it's the size of a phone, but it's like a fifth of a size of a phone. Like the whole thing is as wide as lengthwise is as long as a phone is wide. And you set that thing on the cardioid mode, and it sounds almost as good as this thing. I mean, it looks funny, but it sounds good. I was surprised.
Right. Going back to the episode that we're talking about, one of the precedents that this episode set was a morality, because the one guy, who was that guy? He came from the Pentagon, Colonel Martin Kennedy from the Pentagon. He had questions for. He had questions about the ghoul technology, and he wanted to ask Teal'c questions like that, and they covered morality real good right there, because the guys in the SG-1 team are all like, what's up with this shit? That's not right, and of course Major O'Neill is just right there, steps right in and basically comes into interview. They're interviewing Teal'c and barges his way in and all that, and lets Teal'c know that what's acceptable when it comes to freedom and being asked questions and stuff in the United States, and kind of let them know it's like, hey, is this voluntary? You know. So it demonstrates a definitely the standard that Jack O'Neill has, that if he says he's going to vouch for someone and gives his word about something, he's going to go to bat for that. And one of the things I like about this show is there's a huge morality that goes on in this show.
Yeah, I agree. And every episode has some kind of lesson to be learned. And it's not super preachy.
Nope. Doesn't make you get affronted. You don't. It's just natural and it flows. It's like part of the story. And it weaves in and out of the story, and it makes sense when it happens. It's not out of place. And the humor that they enjoy with one another, it's not out of place. It's not awkward. And shit, man, the writing and everything with this show was good. When they first started, was it perfect? No, no show is going to be 100% perfect. But if you're going to do a show on this kind of caliber, this is the way to do it.
I agree.
If they would have approached the new Star Trek shows with this attitude, just think of what they could have done. Just think of the amazing quality Star Trek that they could have gave us if they would have gone about it with this approach. An obvious love for Star Trek, an obvious love for any IP that you're going to write, you're going to have involvement with. You know, it's sad. It really is. Because we could have had something really awesome. And the same with Star Wars. We could have had something really awesome. But someone had an agenda somewhere along the line, and they decided to put agenda over story.
Yep.
And
that's very true.
To me, the story is the most important. It is, and for me, I don't care if the character's gay, transgender. I don't care about that. What I care about is story. And I always reference Mercedes Lackey. If you want to know how good characters are written, it doesn't matter what character it is. Mercedes Lackey, she can write it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that doesn't Mercedes Lackey teach somewhere? I thought I heard that she teaches somewhere.
See, the thing is though, Bear, we're like living in a time where Gillette, puts out these commercials, talking about all those toxic males, and and they lose billions of dollars and say, "Oh, it was worth it," or or Netflix that refuses to give up on a certain movie.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
But I want to.
Let me point something out to you though. Man has been being blamed for things immoral from the beginning of time. Man has been always being blamed for something, one way or another. Nothing's changed. It's not different. It's just something that's repeating in a cycle. And eventually this shit's going to go away, because eventually they're going to realize nobody's interested in it, and so advertisers can't make money off of it. And so if advertisers aren't going to put their ads on stuff, maybe eventually they're going to learn, like, story's important. Lesson learned. We can hope that they will learn this. And you don't have to be left, you don't have to be right to like a story and all that stuff. You can be centered, you can be anywhere, and good stories. That's what people want, good stories. And if it's done well, you get stuff like Stargate SG-1, you get stuff like Stargate Atlantis, you get stuff like the reimagined Battlestar Galactica. And my love of story, just like your guys' love of story, we really appreciate well-written sci-fi show, whether it's a thriller, doesn't matter what it is, it's just the love of the story. The hero's journey, going through the struggles. Nothing should ever be given to the hero. The hero should always have to earn it, go through the struggles and stuff like that.
I agree, 100%.
Yep.
Tommy, I know you got something to say, Tommy.
Well, I mean, you pretty much said it all. I mean, seriously. I mean, how many times you got to go back to the well when you're talking about this kind of stuff? I mean, it's pretty obviously without a good driven story behind something, it's actually nothing but a whole bunch of fluff on the screen, and that's pretty much all they've been giving everybody now. They've been giving them agenda-filled fluff and thinking that they're going to win over audiences and wow audiences with that shit, and it's just not going to happen. I mean, you take a good hard look at everything that Disney has done, and I really don't care what anybody has to say about the beginning of that. With, you know, the first one, I'm sorry, that trash. What, you know, when they introduced Rey was nothing but trash. The Force Awakens was a dumpster fire, and I don't understand how most people didn't see it until years later. And same thing goes with all the other trash that they put out, like Rogue One. I'm sorry, that thing is trash. All the canon breaking that they did in that damn movie. And then you can go on from there and you could look at every other franchise that they've gutted and destroyed since then. Doctor Who, Star Trek. I mean, look at those JJ freaking bombs. The disgusting shit he did with those movies. And, you know, when it didn't really get to the point when they introduced Khan into his movies that people really got turned off by it. Yeah. But that thing was trash to begin with.
Well, I liked the first part of TFA, right? Like, say, up until the point where, like, you know, Finn and Rey met and all that stuff. But, like, what got me was, you know, emo Kylo, you know, like, old boy brings him bad news, right? And he just takes his freaking saber and kills the computer on the wall, you know. You know, it's like, dude, your granddad would choke a bitch out when they brought him bad news, okay?
Well, that was part of the problem, though, Tim.
You know,
that was part of the problem. That was that SJW, let's throw a tantrum type of mentality, and that's who they were trying to reach out to, and it backfired on them.
But I agree with your take on Rogue One. I think it was trash and canon destroying, and people didn't understand. Like, we get to see how the Death Star plans got out. Yay. And I was like, no, that wasn't the whole point. The whole point of the original Star Wars, and that's what I call it because that's what it is, was that the Empire was so arrogant that they didn't think that a small ship could get in there. That was the whole point.
Yeah. Rogue One was decent. But in defense of my EU brethren, the story was actually of a man named Kyle Katarn, and he's the one that got the plans. So they took Kyle Katarn's story from the EU and gave it to a female because Kathleen Kennedy.
Okay, but did they purposefully design a design flaw into the Death Star in the EU?
I don't know that.
The original talk is they had the roundtable talk in the very first movie when they were planning on attacking the Death Star, and they said that the Empire was so, what's the word I'm looking for? They were so arrogant and they were so sure of themselves that they left a hole in there because they didn't think that a one-man fighter would be any kind of problem for them. They talk about that extensively in that movie before all the X-Wings go out to destroy the ship. They didn't think that they would be a problem.
It was, we think we found a weakness we can exploit. It wasn't, hey, somebody designed a flaw in there just for us.
Right. It was just pure arrogance on their part.
Well, there's stuff I like about Rogue One, and there's stuff that I don't like about it. And as far as I'm concerned, Solo was a complete abomination.
It was mind-meltingly stupid. So but as far as Force Awakens, I thought it had potential. I thought that had the next follow-up movie not been The Last Jedi, and actually showed, the needs of the fans are pretty small. They would have been satisfied if you would have seen a badass Luke Skywalker.
I'm
not done yet. And Ryan Johnson, in the extras on Last Jedi, everybody was trying to tell him, "Ooh, this doesn't feel like Star Wars. Ooh, I don't like what you're doing with that character." And he was just so arrogant. He didn't. I don't know if he was arrogant or if he was just like terrified and wanted to get it done with, get the movie done with, and just didn't think he could do any right. Maybe he thought he was going to get George Lucas and people were going to be pissed no matter what he did. So he's like, I'm just going to fuck it up as badly as possible. I have no idea. I'm leaning towards the latter, though.
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
What's
all
up?
three of the main characters had a boatload of potential. And, one of the most badass potential ones was freaking Finn. And what do? They freaking turn him into a damn janitor,
They cucked him. But I mean, quite honestly, what ruined it for me, especially for the Force Awakens, is they were going with the story that was already based in the EU. They already took basically what were supposed to be the Solo twins, or or siblings, I should say, Jaina and Jason, and that's where the story looked like it was going. And then they went completely off the script. Like, they started off making it seem like that because they put all the hints there about how Han and Leia had a daughter and she was gone and the son turned to the dark side. Everything was lining up with the EU. And then they threw a monkey wrench in there and say, hey, we're going to Disneyfy this story like Disney always does. And most people just don't even see that because Disney takes every single story that they ever purchased and every IP and every franchise, and they Disneyfy it and they destroy it and they make it their own. For the sake of doing it, to say, oh, well, it's ours. And that is the same thing that they did with Star Wars. And most people were just too blind to the EU or just didn't care to see it. And I'm sorry, that shit, it agitated me.
Dude, Ryan Johnson wanted to make a World War II movie in space, remember? That was his plan. And Disney wanted a love story. Yeah. Princess meets the prince and all that.
Here's your thing, though. Like, what kind of a business model is it to hire somebody who once upon a time was interviewed saying that his idea of a good movie is when 50% of the audience walk out hating it?
Yeah, jeez. That's a whole lot.
You know what? I remember when they announced the directors, and I was, they had Ryan Johnson and Colin Trevorrow. I think it's Trevorrow. Anyway, I had seen. Okay, so I had seen Looper. I thought Looper was okay, and I saw Safety Not Guaranteed, and I love Safety Not Guaranteed. I think Safety Not Guaranteed is probably one of my favorite movies that's come out in the last 10 years. It was a very good film. And Trevorrow did a lot with a little, and I was more so looking forward to his vision than Ryan Johnson's. And his Duel of the Fates script is much better than what we ended up getting. If he would have if he would have been in charge of Episode 8, I think we would have gotten a really good movie.
I mean,
unfortunately,
the writing was already done, though, right?
Yeah,
we got a bear back.
Hey, boys and girls. I'm sorry, boys. I'm getting really tired, and I still have to coof, so I'm gonna crash.
Oh,
hey, Brian, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, it's been fun, my friend.
It's been great.
I'm gonna go to sleep watching 4chan. Good night, boys. Have a good night.
Take care.
Later,
Night,
man. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, you know what? RR, yeah, exactly. They use member berries. Hey, Bear, I'm gonna have to bounce in a few minutes.
Fair.
At least I thought he was back.
Yeah.
Oh, thought so.
Oh,
There
we go.
Yeah,
But,
got really quiet in here all of a sudden.
One of the things I want to add real quick is, and I've beaten this one to death because I'm so passionate about it. But when we talk about things that they did right and things that they screwed up, for years and years and years, they screwed up the Transformer franchises with all these terrible cartoons and the shitty ass Michael Bay movies. And then finally, they did it right when Netflix actually released that War for Cybertron series.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really needs to happen. That shit like that needs to happen more often, just like Cobra Kai, and we could talk. You could talk about that too. And a lot of these other franchises they bring back, they just got to remember that. They got to remember where the roots are. Now you could tell a new story, and you could add new elements into it, new characters. But as long as you respect that core base of fans, you are going to have a success on your hands. It's just a problem that they think that they could disregard all the fans to try to go for new fans that know nothing about it. And guess what? The new fans are not going to care if there's not something already established. I mean, it's just like a clothing line. You could come out with the most fantastic looking article of clothing in the world, but if you don't have anything behind that name, nobody is going to purchase that shit.
Yeah.
I actually kind of liked the movies.
Man, that was really freaking weird. All of a sudden, my mic and my camera just disconnected completely.
You went completely Ghost Bear for real.
Yeah. And my mic and camera just all of a sudden just disconnected. I just had my hand on the mouse and just, I don't know what the hell that was.
It's that Pacific Northwest. It's that Pacific Northwest liberal freaking internet.
Yeah, I've been having some strange things happening as well. Stuff like that.
All right, you might see me go spinny wheel real quick. I'm turning my VPN back on.
Ooh, spinny wheel. I like spinny wheels.
What, like those little carousel rides they used to have at all the parks?
All right.
No, the ones that with the handle and you go running, through the playground and they spin.
Yeah, the carousel. What they call it. Well, some places called them carousel. But yeah, it's just it's this spinny thing. Like it almost looks like the Roundup.
Pinwheels. We called them pinwheels. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure everybody's got a different name for them across the country. So,
did Brian have a glitch too, or do you have to take off?
No, Brian had to take off.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to split in a little bit too, Bear.
Alrighty, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect timing for a musical little break. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, better click the share audio too. Yeah.
Crank it up to 11. Spinal Tap it.
We are the OG in the fourth waves. Silence is golden. But we're not silent no more. We are the OG in the fourth wave. Silence is golden, but we're silent no more. Hey, we do not kneel, marching to our own tune. Dodging and ducking loons. Get out of my way. You see the wheel is turned, the fourth wave's on its way. Running wild on the hill, man, I can tell you that bird sure can fly. Waving the fourth wave freak flag, you better let it fly. We are the OG in the fourth wave. Silence is golden, silence no more. We've broken the curse, so you can take your bag of tricks. Won't be silent again. My wings won't be clipped. You be you and I'll be me. We are the OG in the fourth wave. Silence is golden, but we're not silent no more. Hey, we do not kneel, marching to our own tune. Dodging and ducking loons, get out of my way. Yeah, see the wheel, it has turned. The fourth wave's on its way. Running wild on the hill, man, I tell you, that bird, it sure can fly. Waving the fourth wave freak flag, you better let it fly. We are the OG in the fourth wave. Silence is golden, silence no more. broken the curse, you can take your bag of tricks. Won't be silent again, my wings won't be clipped. You be you and I'll be me. We are the OG in the fourth wave. Silence golden, but we're not silent no more. Hey, we do not kneel. March to our own tune, dodging and ducking loose. Get out of my way, see the wheel has turned. The fourth wave's on its way. Running wild on the hill, man, I tell you that bird, it sure can fly. Waving the fourth wave freak flag, you better let it fly. We are the OG in the fourth wave, silence is golden. Silent no more, we've broken the curse. You can take your bag of tricks, won't be silent again, my wings won't be clipped. Yeah, all right. So that was awesome for Brian to come on. Brian, if you're listening, we appreciate you coming on, man. It was lots of fun. Appreciate it.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool indeed. So yeah, what kind of whiskey you drinking tonight, Wes?
Water.
Ah, so did you drink the gallon of water the other night, like I suggested?
Yeah.
How'd it work?
Fine.
Hey man, I find that if I try to get close to a gallon of water, that's back when I used to drink a lot of alcohol, back when in my late teens, early 20s. I found that if I didn't drink a gallon of water, the next day when I got up in the morning, if I drank any water, I would get re-intoxicated, be drunk all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in order for something like that to happen, you really, really got to drink a lot. Me and my cousins, we'd go to PJ's Bar Grill, and we get there right around 9, and we close the place. And I was friends with the owner, and so we were getting shots of this, shots of that, drinking practically for free, and we pretty much discouraged riffraff. She liked us for that, and so she gave us free drinks, and we helped her close. Her floor was always mopped when we were done, and it was a really cool place to hang out. And my God, man, I don't know how we got home a couple nights. telling you, guardian angels, man, are probably gripping the wheel and keeping us in the road or something. Because I'm telling you,
muscle memory.
Yeah. Then next day, I drank some water when we got up, and darned if I did not get drunk again. Just from drinking the water. There was so much alcohol.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. Yeah, I think sometimes it'll sneak up on you if you're on an empty stomach, or have just like exercised or whatever. Sometimes especially an empty stomach, that'll really sneak up on you, which happens unfortunately sometimes. But whatever.
No, maybe that's why the Scots always have their Scotch and water.
Yeah, makes sense.
It does. Me, I like a single malt PD Scotch. Love good stuff.
Once in a while, depends.
Glenlivet's a good one. You go Glenlivet. Glenfiddich is another good one.
Yeah, I like both of the Glens. Yeah, Glenfiddich.
Both got that musty, peaty, earthy taste in the whiskey, along with some minor caramels in the background.
Yeah. A single malt's always the way to go with a good Scotch. Definitely, for sure.
I rarely like a blend. It's like I'll have a shot of Chivas Regal because the blends are good, but I as a rule I normally don't like blends. But
go ahead.
If you're gonna have like a Scotch and soda or a Scotch and ginger ale, basically a highball, a blend is okay. But if you're gonna sit there and sip you get a sherry glass It's about 3 shots, and you put 2 shots in it, and you hold it, and you just sip it. The warmer it gets, the more flavor in your hand. That's why you hold it in your hand. And I found that all the flavors and all that comes out when it gets a little bit more than room temperature in your hand when you're holding the sherry glass. It's how I was introduced to cognac too.
Yeah,
by a friend of mine.
Yeah, I find the Dewar's is a pretty decent blended scotch. It's relatively inexpensive. It's decent in a pinch if they don't have anything else. Yeah, you can do a lot. It's pretty versatile. You can pretty much use it the way you use whiskey.
Pretty much the only hard liquor that I've ever really been into has been rum.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Well, yeah. Yeah, being on the high seas, Yeah.
Hey, Bear, I gotta get going. I'm gonna have another big day ahead of me.
So, yeah. Hey, man.
Every day is a big day anymore. I mean, at least I had some good news. At least the lawyer got back to me, and the lawyer's he's already mailed his letter of intent to not only the nursing home where my brother's in, but to the surrogate's office. So everything's moving right along, which is nice.
Awesome. I put some prayers out there for you.
I'm hoping everything goes smoothly. Thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure, Wes. Shellback.
On, man.
Nice talking with Brian, and nice seeing all the awesome people that are in the chat. Y'all are amazing. Y'all take care of each other. Make sure you reach out to those people that are special in your life, because you just never know. You just never know when it might be too late to reach out to them. So.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey, Tommy, would you ever thought that pumpkin and IPA would have been ever used in the same sentence?
Yes.
Because you're talking about Stone Brewery, right? Because Stone Brewery has an IPA that's like silty and can't see through it, and I freaking love it.
Come on, he's from Jersey. He's seen all kinds of weird shit put together.
This is very true. This is very true.
You see weird things in Gary, Indiana as well.
Hey man, just remember one thing. You are bound to see that stuff at any point for some reason, because we are in the season of the white girl. It's when pumpkin spice shows up for everything. But all right, guys.
Have a good one, Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy.
Hey, water yourself and feed yourself real good before you go to bed, man. I know you neglect that sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I'm planning on doing that. So,
all right, brother. You have a good one.
All right, take care, y'all.
All right, good night.
Indeed.
No, now he just gave me an idea. I'm gonna, after we're done, I'm gonna get on YouTube and type in the search bar pumpkin spice Karen and see how many Karen videos I can find where they're like losing their shit because somebody messed up their pumpkin spice latte order or something.
Actually going to punch that in right now. Pumpkin spice bitter barista Karen ruins it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's some guy doing a skit. Damn it. I don't want to see that. I
was picturing a drink and it just didn't sound appetizing.
Ooh. Whoa. I'm picturing Brie Larson saying, "Now I'm my period again."
Yeah. God. I still say, like, one of the my most favorite things I've ever seen in recent history was from that video or that stream where she's like, if you like the video, please leave a comment below. If you did not like the video, keep your comments to yourself.
Yeah, and then it zoomed in on her when she said it too.
Oh, I'm like, okay, Brie. Yeah. Oh, by the way, for free on YouTube, you can see Brie Larson in a little movie called Sleepover.
Really?
Yeah.
Haven't heard of it.
And she plays the same, seriously, the character she plays is just like we all think of her. Just the freaking, resting bitch face, freaking, you want to choke them out.
The character that's being played that way?
Yeah.
Had to clean it up.
Yeah. Disclaimer. I am in no way advocating choking a bee out. Okay, there you go.
You wouldn't want to choke a bumblebee; it'd sting the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't be good.
A big bee, not a little bee. A big bee. Big bee.
Yeah, I've been stung by a big bumblebee. Yeah, right in the collarbone. It was painful.
I tell you what, you have not lived. You have not lived until you've been stung by a swarm of wasps. Okay.
Hey man, when you grow up in northwestern Indiana in sand dunes, hornets, wasps, they love to burrow in sand, especially the black and gold bodied segmented wasps.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My God, man. And there was a sand dune and there was this old rusty pipe sticking out of it, and we happened to know that there was a huge nest in that pipe. So you know M80s.
Oh yeah.
We daisy chained 3 M80s.
Jesus. Okay.
Holy crap, dude! I hope you
Stuck
guys
it
ran.
in the pipe, lit it, and we bet we ran.
Dude, that's like one M80 short of a full stick of dynamite, dude. I mean, because if I remember correctly, one M80 is basically a quarter stick of dynamite, right?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Because we had some extra fuse from fireworks. Sometimes there'll be a fuse laying around in there, and we made use of that and was shoved it in the pipe and lit it practically at the same time, and then we used a cigarette to light it, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
some
the
of
best
my
way.
friends
We ran like hell. Let me tell you, the pipe did not have a chance, and let me tell you, those wasps, they were done.
Well, some of my friends had a lot of fun sending buckets and mailboxes into the stratosphere via M80s. So, but no, and the wasps, the ones that make their nests in the ground, I don't know about where you grew up, but where I grew up, we called them dirt daubers.
Yeah, we called them that too. That was another nickname for them.
But no, I was I can't remember exactly how old I was. But
no, actually, we called them sand daubers.
Yeah,
sand daubers. Yeah, because there was sand. That's what we called them.
But anyway, we were in the woods, like in central southern Missouri or whatever, where my dad used to go squirrel hunting.
Did you just? Did you just glitch out?
Hmm?
Who, me?
Sound like turtle. You just sound like you just glitched.
Really?
Did your matrix just glitch?
Not that I know of, but anywho, we were at the campsite, where Dad went hunting, and we're talking like no, it's not none of this, electric outlets and all this stuff. I mean, it was just a couple of parking spots in the middle of the woods. I mean, we were like camping.
Yeah.
And I was running around the campsite, playing around and stuff. And I kind of swung out a little bit too far. Plus I wasn't quite watching where I was going, I guess. And there was this signpost, right? Nothing on the sign, right? But anyway, but I ran into the signpost.
Ooh.
And so to add insult to injury, I was not aware of the wasp nest
on the other side of the sign.
Yeah, that was on the back side of the sign. And so next thing I know, there's like a dozen or more freaking wasps stinging the shit out of me, And unlike a bee, people
they can bite you over and over.
Yeah, for people who don't know, unlike a bee, a wasp can sting you repeatedly. Okay, so
yes,
yeah, not fun.
Oh no. My cousin Brian, he got stung really bad by a I guess you could call it a small swarm of wasps.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I was like, why is he running away like that?
Mhm.
And I realized he was getting stung by wasp.
Yeah.
And they didn't go after me; they went after him. We were both in
Right.
the back of the truck, jumping up and down. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, keeping your calm, like, trying to shoo them away calmly is a lot better than like just wildly freaking swinging at them. That's just gonna freaking.
Yeah, they don't like that. It makes them mad.
Yeah.
Very, very angry things they are.
Yeah. There's like a little, Wes Moody wasp going, "You're making me mad." Sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't resist. I had to do that. That's seriously, Wes. That is like one of my favorite things to hear you say. When you do that, I'm getting mad.
Wes, did you freeze?
Yeah, I did. What happened?
It's like he's not responding at all.
My internet's been wigging out on me. What happened?
I was just talking about you. When you're like, "I'm getting mad."
Oh, okay. Well, what happened that got you mad? That made you think of me getting mad?
Well, first I was talking about the wasps.
Oh.
And like how there's one little, there's probably in every swarm, there's probably one little Wes Moody wasp going, "You're making me mad."
Oh, okay. I don't think I quite do it like that, but that's okay. I'm getting mad about you making fun of me getting mad.
That's what it looked like too when you were froze.
Oh. Darn it.
Actually, to me, you never really.
You
looked
better
like you were
clip that.
froze. He never really looked like he was froze to me. It just looked like he was, just sitting there and just la 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 la. But that's why I was. After I said it, like the second or third time, and there was no reaction out of you, I'm like, "Is he okay?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was.
That was funny.
I'm fine. I'm not mad. It's peaceful and at peace.
Yeah.
Except when you interrupt me, Shellback, then I get pissed. Like, I'm not done talking yet. That's okay.
Sometimes Shellback just gotta say, "Hey, Shellback, you're delayed. I'm talking."
Well, I'm not doing it on purpose.
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say? Huh? What?
What are
What was
you
that?
doing?
What are you doing?
Quit playing with the buttons.
What buttons?
Those buttons.
Oh, that button.
Some people's kids.
Always others. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Indeed. That was funny. So yeah, Stargate, man, a great show, man. It's just
Yeah.
just freaking awesome, man. And the writing is just so goddamn good.
Mm. Yeah,
it's top notch. When especially when you think about. Yeah, well, I'll give the STD this. It was so bad that the second episode was worse than the first episode, but it was so bad that it had more entertainment value than the first episode of season 3.
Right.
I don't know. It's fun to laugh at things sometimes, but the thing that sucks about it is that it's supposed to be Star Trek.
I'm gonna have to get a new banner that says "Warning: I laugh at everything. Opinions given and rumors expressed."
Yeah.
Have you seen
But yeah,
any more?
the show was amazing. The acting was top notch, the storytelling was top notch. Yeah, and they had the balls to kill off the guy too at the end, which was in a smart way, not in a dumb way.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find the info for the new Stargate that's supposed to be coming.
Have you seen any more lower decks, Wes?
I just saw the last episode, and I kind of feel okay. So I'm confused. Did Boimler as a character leave the show?
Who?
He's the white dude that always gets shit on every episode.
I don't know. I've only seen that first episode. So.
Oh.
Are you talking in Stargate?
No, Star Trek Lower Decks, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not watched it.
Yeah, the non Star Trek cartoon. Yeah.
I'd rather listen to the Muppet song. And then once you start it, it can't get out of your head. And that's the joke about it.
Yeah.
I used to send clips to my brother-in-law, and then the song would go through his head all day long. He'd like, man. And then he'd get me, send it back on a later day, because it just gets in your head. It won't go away,
It is a catchy tune.
It's annoyingly catchy.
It is. It will get caught in your head all day. Yeah.
Especially if you go, phenomena.
Da, 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 da. Yeah. Yep. Bastard.
Now, wasn't that
thinking about that all night?
People in the chat are like, "Damn it! What'd you just do to us?"
Yep.
Wasn't that Dr. Tooth or whatever singing that?
But hey,
I thought it was the Muppets.
Ghost Bear got the cure, though. This is the cure.
The Muppet Band.
That's the cure.
Oh.
That was
Welcome to the Ghost Bear Show. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hate that I actually had Ghost Bear Show stuck in my head earlier today, and I was even singing along and knew all the lyrics, but right when you played it, all of the lyrics just went out of my brain.
If that's what the phenomenon does.
Yeah.
Phenomena.
Dun, dun, dun.
Phenomena.
See, it's hard to get rid of.
Dun, dun. Yeah, it is hard to get rid of it. Dang nabbit.
People are like, "Wow, man, they're really having a lot of fun over there in Bear's channel."
We're easily amused. It's okay.
Hey, humor's good.
Humor is very good. Yeah. Anytime, but especially during these times, but definitely anytime.
25 likes on Sunday. Hey, not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not our regularly scheduled program, is it?
No. Hey, I'll tell you straight up. I got an invite to go have a beer at my friend's house and play darts, and I was really, really conflicted. Big time conflicted. It's like, I got a live stream. I'm like, you know what? It felt like the right thing to do. I postponed it to Sunday today, and it worked out beautifully. I got to meet the guy who installed the game emulator on the arcade game my friend has.
Yeah, the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah. Interesting character, man. I got asked all kinds of unusual questions that I never thought I'd be asked before, but hey, it was fun.
Is that one of those eccentric genius types?
Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah. My dad used to have a friend that had like electronic stuff everywhere, and the dude was just like a wizard. And
yeah. You know what really caught me off guard is he asked me if I was a right-wing Republican. And I'm like, no. I'm centerish.
That seems like an odd question to ask someone.
I mentioned the Phantom Menace, that I was part of the Phantom Menace, and that was the next question like the third question or so.
Because we're
And-
being tagged as right wingers.
Right. And I'm like, then I explained to him what it was. All peoples and all that like story, doesn't like story being sacrificed for character. Character written good, whether it's male, female, or anything else. And not switching out characters that were traditional. And that's when I got asked. I'm like, But all in all, I don't. There was really there was curiosity behind the question, and there wasn't any malice behind the question. And he was just trying to, because the first time I met him, he was asking me questions, I was asking him questions, and we all had a good time in it. And it was entertaining. But his question, I don't think there was. It was just a genuine curiosity.
Yeah, that's good.
And he is smart like that. He is pretty smart. The guy is pretty interesting. Good guy.
Oh, Parrot Head.
Yeah, a lot of times, people with politics, whether they're on the right or the left, they'll make assumptions, about they'll want an answer to that, or they'll make weird assumptions about your politics and how you view life and things. And as a libertarian, I'm very much a fiscal conservative, so I'll say fiscal conservative things, but they'll also think that I'm like a social conservative, which I most definitely am not. So that can cause a hilarity ensues. So it's interesting.
Yeah, Mikhail, I try to listen to what the universe is putting out there. I'm go with my gut instinct kind of guy. If something don't feel right, I won't do something. If something feels right, I'll do it. And that's kind of where I go with that. And I'm talking about that real super strong feeling that, yeah, that's really cool. I got to do that. Or that really strong feeling that says, nah, I better wait. I listen to that whenever I hear that. Whenever if I hear it or if I visualize it, doesn't matter how it happens. Whether it's the feeling, it works itself out that way.
Hey, Bear. We have been monomenad.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
Quick, lock your DMs.
At least you and I have.
No, I got it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been sent to multiple chats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, folks. That's my fault. I talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Parrot Head. Yeah.
Oh, Tyler, my friend has a pinball machine on the other side of the door. There's the dartboard on the wall. Next to that door is the pinball machine, Time Fantasy pinball machine. It's called Time Fantasy. And next to that is the arcade style, huge arcade game that my friend's friend installed the emulator into. 300 arcade games that I used to play all through the 80s and the 90s. And,
I want a pinball machine with the Who on it. That play every time you freaking play it. Of course, it plays the song. Pinball.
Basically, if anybody out there has any Time Fantasy pinball machine parts, hit up my email on my channel in the About section.
I remember when I was a kid, my parents used to always listen to pinball, or they didn't always listen to it, but they listened to Pinball Wizard and they thought it was cool. And I'm like, I didn't get it. That song made me feel uncomfortable at some kid, like the only way you could communicate or whatever was by playing pinball.
I always wondered about that myself.
I don't know. I just took it as I don't know, like an irony sort of thing or whatever, because the lyrics are, deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure could play a mean pinball. It's like.
Just think if pinball had been around when Helen Keller was, a kid,
right?
we'd never have heard of her. She'd be a pinball wizard.
Yeah, she'd still be in the arcade making it tilt.
Yep. Yeah. She wouldn't have. Would never have heard of her. Never. Heard anything about it.
Yeah.
Yep. I want an Indiana Jones, not anything that contains the crystal skull, but when I was a kid, we had I worked at a pizza place and we'd have beer and pizza and we'd play the Indiana Jones pinball machine. It had the first 3 movies.
Right.
That thing was so cool. I want one of
Dude,
those.
they had all kinds of cool freaking themes on pinball machines. Freaking like Kiss and all, just yeah.
Everybody wants the Terminator 2 pinball machine.
Yeah.
Everyone wants that.
Not me. I want the Indiana Jones one.
No, it's the intricacy of the pinball machine. That's why. It doesn't matter that it's called the Terminator 2 pinball machine. That's cool. But the intricacy of that pinball machine, my God, man, it was a hell of a pinball machine to play. I gotta say. Yeah. It could have been called Pink Flamingos, man. It still would have been cool.
I think I came across 1 or 2 of those in my day, and it would play the dun 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 dun, music.
Those pinball machines are freaking expensive, man. Have you ever looked one up to see how much they cost? I was like, oh, this is cool. Nobody plays pinball. Maybe I can find one for $200.
No.
Yeah, maybe it's a little closer to like 5-10 grand. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're nostalgic now. They're retro chic. Yeah.
I think the Raspberry Pi going, old gaming is probably a better way to go. Just make your own, probably much more cost effective. Yeah. Tyler Mongo says, now I wish my house was a damn arcade. You and me both, buddy. I want to have a game room with like pinball machines and freaking old arcade cabinets. That'd be awesome.
Hey, we got a comment on the link we shared in Doomcock's Army on Facebook. He goes, I didn't know this page had Stargate fans. Dope. As in, that's cool. Translation.
Yeah.
Wait, Doomcock said that?
No, one of the members. I don't want to call out. I don't want to call their name out because they may not want that.
Oh yeah,
but they commented.
These real names, yeah.
Yeah, they commented.
Yeah, I always.
Thanks for commenting. I didn't know this page had Stargate fans. That's cool. Yeah, I love Stargate. We all like Stargate. And if anything, people that haven't seen it get turned on to it.
Yeah, I always get just slightly paranoid, about using. If somebody tells me their real name, when we're backstage, when we go stream, I'm like, don't tell me your real name. I don't want to know it because I'm always afraid I'm going to screw up.
Hey, do you guys remember which episode of Stargate SG-1 had the black hole? We're going to have to cover that one. That's really interesting.
See, that the thing with me, like I've seen a lot of this stuff, right? But it's been so long since I've seen it, I've forgotten what
it's all new, right?
It, yeah. It's like I don't know. I mean, that's bad, It's like I've forgotten so much stuff.
So yeah. Get a lot of liking and comments on our shows when we do stuff about certain TV shows, sci-fi stuff like that.
Right. But I mean, like, I saw the movie, back in the day, with Kurt Russell and James Spader, and I was like, yeah, this, and then when they, when I heard that there was going to be a TV series, I was like, what?
Hey, there's a reason why I asked about Time Fantasy Pinball Machine, because the parts, when parts were made for the pinball machines, like the bumpers, say you can't take a bumper out of one pinball machine if it was made for that one and put it in another one. It probably won't work. You have to get the exact same kind of bumper. And the problem with my friend's pinball machine is some of the bumpers has stopped working. Now, Time Fantasy, this pinball machine was probably made in the middle 80s. Or older, maybe.
Just out of curiosity.
Good night, Bone.
Good night, Bone. Have a good one.
Sorry, I'm trying to look up the Terminator 2 pinball machine because everybody's raving about it so much.
Yeah, and it was pretty intricate.
Pinball. Maybe I'll change my opinion here, and I'll want that instead of the.
Ooh.
So
Hey.
okay, the Terminator 3 pinball machine is going for $7,000. So you know the Terminator 2 pinball machine is going to go for more.
I'm
$20,000
seeing I'm seeing an Indiana Jones pinball machine for $8,000.
Yeah.
Hey, search Terminator 2 pinball machine and then grab an image and then let's pop it up there.
So I think this one doesn't look intricate at all. This one looks like it says year released 1991. That it?
Might be. We'll see it.
All right. Because if this is what it is, then the hang on.
Oh, I found one for 6,000 and one for 7,000.
Maybe this is it. Is this it? Because that doesn't look super intricate to me.
Let me expand that. Oh yeah, it is because you can't see the rails. You can get it up the rails starting down here. It goes all the way up to the top left and back around, and then it can go around to the left side from the right side to the left side. You can't see the rails real good, but the it's all over the place in there, and that's the intricacy. And getting it up in there, and then it had bumpers that would shoot it the rest of the way once you got it up in there. It's really fun to watch. It's probably not a very good camera that caught that image.
Yeah, let me see if I can find another image on that. What
do you think, Tyler? What do you think of that image there?
Okay, that gives a little bit better idea of the rails.
Yeah, let me expand that again. I'll go back. I will screen capture that.
Yeah, I feel like the Indiana Jones pinball was a little bit more intricate than that. Even I'd take either one of them though. They both look cool. I like pinball, especially when you get that multi-ball rolling.
Yeah. That might be the one. That actually might be the one.
Geez, $8,000 for Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's got
pinball?
it's got intricate rails. All right, let's see what this one is here. Oh man, click the picture.
Which one?
The one on the left.
Okay.
Because I can barely see that.
Is this the same ad or a different ad? It's the same company, looks like.
Click the one on the left. See if the picture will open, expand.
Was it Williams or was it a different another company
Yeah,
that
Williams.
made it?
Oops. Here, let me. Looks pretty similar to what he was looking at.
Right, you can see the colors a little more in this one. Shows the backdrop.
Gary and Doomcock gave me a congratulations on my 4,000 watch hours on the Inquisition tonight.
Oh, no kidding! Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Hail Gary and hail Lord Doomcock.
Oh,
Absolutely. Hail.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and they pointed something out that I didn't notice when we were watching episode 2 of season 3 Discovery, and that's that the cowboy didn't have spurs. They just edited in the sound effect. He didn't have spurs.
Oh, no kidding! Really?
Yep.
I thought something looked a little weird. Of course, they didn't really show his feet too well. You had to be really paying attention.
Well, I wasn't going to watch that again. Nope.
Yeah.
Although it was more entertaining than episode 1 was. Wow, who'd have thought that Mikey Spock actually made an episode better? Jesus.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. She was acting totally different at the end of that episode 2. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I help you?
All right, let's see here.
Yeah.
All right.
I do remember the Chrome skull, the Chrome Terminator skull. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
That's you shoot the ball into the skull, right? Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it weird that as I get older, I feel like I have much more of an appreciation for pinball?
No, it's not weird because we were kids, we played it and stuff like that.
Dude, go ahead.
Anytime there would be like a video game, like a good console game versus pinball, I'd always go for like the console game. But now it's like the standing and like the clicking and the ball flying around. That stuff entertains me more now. I don't a lot of times, I want to play pinball.
Yeah.
Right.
We used to play pinball all the time, but we stopped using the pinball machine because it needs some parts replaced inside it.
Yep. Yeah,
dude,
it's a lot of wear and tear.
If I had the money and I had like a room just that I could just dedicate to stuff like this, I'd have a pinball machine. I'd have a Pac-Man or a Miss Pac-Man arcade game. Donkey Kong, Dig Dug.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, look at all that.
Spy Hunter.
Yeah, I always have those what ifs. If I was like very wealthy, what I would do, or very comfortably well off. We'll put it.
Hey, you know what? The Time Fantasy pinball machines got rails very similar to this setup. Wow, that's kind of interesting.
I never noticed that the Williams symbol looks like the Motorola M except backwards. Pan down.
Oh yeah, you're right.
How did I not notice that before?
Were they like in competitions? Like, hey, we copyrighted this one. No.
Yeah.
No.
Check that out. No, I don't hear it. Damn it! Okay, yeah, now that it's lit up, I can see the intricacy now that you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that freaking trigger,
Yeah.
that pistol grip trigger or whatever for the ball, yeah. Come with me if you want to leave.
Did they use Arnold's voice in it?
I do believe I've heard.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
how could the pinball machine not say, "I'll be back"?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, the Indiana Jones one. They had
that was at 200% magnification.
Oh wow, nice. Like a monkey's brains. It had that part. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it did. It did totally played the Indiana Jones tune. Did John Williams do that score?
I want to say yes,
We got to look that up.
I'm not going to swear to it.
Score. Yeah, it was John Williams. Wow. What an amazing talent.
Yeah.
That is definitely something to seriously regret. Every now and then you think about it and smack yourself. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, hey,
man.
man, kids do stuff when we're growing up. You know, we've all done stuff. My dad one time got me this 10-inch long, 4-inch wide die-cast Porsche. Doors open, trunk open, hood open. And a buddy of mine that I was hanging out with, man, it'd be cool. We smashed that with a hammer. So I smashed it with a hammer.
Whoops.
Man, my dad was so upset with me. Needless to say, that friend, I got told he got to stay away.
Everybody's got one of those, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I just remember when my brother and I were kids, you know, my brother was pretty rough with stuff. He would break stuff all the time, but I was usually pretty good about taking care of my stuff. But I think we might have had a train set that maybe he and I shared or something, a really expensive train set that got busted up. That sounds familiar. I don't know. I could be making it up. Who knows?
Hey, Storyman Jack, how you doing, man?
Hey, old Storyman Jack. Welcome, my friend.
Yeah, I was pretty good with my stuff too. I mean, it was definitely well played with, but at the same time, I did try and take care of stuff. I guess that's why I still have, you know, like an original X-wing and Millennium Falcon. They look like, you know, they look like hangar queens, you know, and they need replacement parts, but I still have them.
You know, here's a little thing that's just a little bit off. Have you ever noticed that when you go to your YouTube channel, it doesn't show your stylized YouTube name? But you have one, the link is there, you can use it, but when you go to your actual channel on YouTube, it doesn't show your stylized link.
You mean your customized link, the slash, you know, whatever.
Yeah, your vanity link.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did. You click on it, and it still when you get to your page, it has the original freaking 2-mile long thing that they gave you from the get go. Yeah.
Yeah, subscriber / channel / UCA, yeah, whatever all that is.
Because mine's a bunch of numbers and dashes and equals view as subscriber.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
I think they actually changed the regulations for the new people so that I think you have to reach a certain threshold to get a vanity. That's another one of those goalposts they moved.
Well, because
I mean, we're all past it, but
I got mine at 100.
Yeah, I think 100 is the threshold. Yeah. Yeah, the gobbledygook that appears afterwards, that's called your channel ID. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
It's funny though, because I was more than double that by the time I actually got around to making the vanity freaking thing. But somebody was like, in fact, I think it was like somebody's like, yeah, once you get past 100, and I'm like, shit, I didn't. Okay.
Hey, basically, if you get so far, you can miss it, and then you won't be able to change it. I've heard. Then again, that could be just a glitch. You never know. But as soon as I was able, I did.
My one thing with YouTube that was like a little irritating was the name change thing, right? And because like when I first made my account, it was what it is now, but it was like, I think might have been all lowercase or something. I think either it was either all lowercase or all capital, right? And so then I didn't like it, and so I changed it to the other, right? And then when Jeremy, was really live streaming a lot, and the whole Jer Army thing started going, I changed my name to Hallmark Channel Jeremy because he was talking about the Hallmark Channel Christmas movies, and
oh wait, that was you?
Yes, I am Hallmark Channel Jeremy. Yes. But anyway, I went to change it back like a couple of weeks later, and it's like, no, sorry, you 3 name changes within 90 days. And I'm like, what? I'm like, this is only the second one. And I'm like, so apparently, even if it's the same name, if you change the case of the lettering, it counts as a name change. So I was stuck with Hallmark Channel Jeremy for like 3 months, whether I liked it or not. Yeah.
How does Fat Steven Seagal get away with it? Does he have like multiple accounts?
I don't
or something?
know how he does that. But
did you know that on your main channel you can add connected to your main channel, same login, multiple channels with different names.
Yeah.
Brand channels, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I did something highly stupid and I tied this one is my non-brand channel, so I can't move this one to another account. So it's tied to my like business email. So I had to create a new business email and I had to move everything else over there. God, YouTube, why do you make it difficult?
Yeah, and it's not so much YouTube, it's Google. I always use my Yahoo email address to log into Google.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
I opted to get a Google email, and then they automatically just changed it, boom, to Gmail, to log in with Gmail. And I'm like, I didn't need that.
Well, at some point they forced you to get a Gmail to log into your YouTube. Yeah, you used to be able to use any email address. Yep.
Well, apparently I did it before they forced people to do it because I just got a Gmail. The same as my Yahoo email, and the only difference is it's at Gmail.
Yeah, it's just those bastards trying to get their grubby little hands all over your information so that you have everything tied to it. And it worked.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe when I get a little, if I get a little bit more popular, I'll get a Gmail, like a Shellback TJC Gmail. But as of, so far, it's just my, my personal email, whatever.
Well, see, that's the stupid thing with YouTube is that because it's tied to my business Gmail, I had to get like a YouTube email for the YouTube channel. So I ended up getting a Hotmail address for the YouTube channel. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Microsoft, when are you going to come out with your own version of YouTube? Come on, guys. Oh, wait, that'd be another evil corporation bent on world domination, starting something.
In the funny papers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had my Gmail before I had my YouTube. So I don't know.
Well, for those of you that don't know, the Mandalorian Roundtable has returned on Chris Knight's channel. Yeah. And that was earlier tonight. And here is the link if you guys want to give a rewatch. Hey, Christy, how are you? You want a link? Just goofing
Hey, Christy.
God. She loves to torment me with a particular GIF. Yeah.
What is it?
It's the one where it's like a nice looking lady that has her back to you, and she's got this pink towel wrapped around her, and then she opens it up and starts to turn around towards you. And like by the time she gets turned around and the towel gets thrown towards you, it's freaking Zach Galifianakis in like this wearing like a giant pink Pampers or some crap. I don't know.
Oh, whoop.
Yeah. I'm like, if I want to see that, I'll go into my own bathroom and do it in the mirror, But
could be worse. Could be turtle soup. Did you pass out?
It entertains her. So
did you pass out?
Did I pass out? What? When?
When you looked in the mirror.
Well, I'm pretty you know, as awesome as I do look in the mirror, I am immune to my own wilds. So yeah, no, I have not passed out yet. I don't. I impress myself, but not that much. Okay. Oh.
Hello.
I'll put in the fourth wave chat, Wes, so you'll see the glory of it.
No.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
I see a pinball machine.
Contain yourself.
Wait.
I literally call it Shellback's horror.
Yeah.
When?
What now?
When was that?
What the thing?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm seeing guinea
it.
pigs. I'm seeing guinea pig stuff.
Yeah, lots of guinea pigs.
There we go.
And people, that Joe Biden one's pretty funny.
I'm glad I entertain you so much, Christy.
It's really great, especially when there's a lot of shit like people arguing back and forth in there. I'll just post that in there, and people are like, "What the hell is that?"
That's okay. When the day comes that you and I get to meet in person, I am gonna prank the shit out of you.
Is that Zemeckis, an actor, comedian?
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis.
No, it's not him.
Yeah, no,
It looks a lot like him.
It looks a lot like him, but it's not him. Like that guy's too tall.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Dude, that is him. I bet you $1 to a donut that's Galifianakis.
I mean, Bear, if you want to play it on here, I mean, it has it's only 6 seconds worth of music. I don't think you'll get hit with anything.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, she went and put the Careless Whisper freaking.
I think that's him.
To it.
That kind of reminds me of the tutu project, where some dude was going around taking pictures of himself in a tutu because his
If
wife
it's not
had
him,
cancer or something.
that's a doppelganger.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So
yeah, Brian from the podcast was on a little earlier.
Well, my allergies have been killing me, so I've been taking Benadryl off and on like the whole weekend, and so I fell asleep for like 3 hours or so, and now I'm back up awake again. So,
have you ever tried citrazine hydrochlorine? It's the generic equivalent of one of the name brands. It's at Walmart, and I get a 45 tablet bottle. I take one a day, and you have to take one each day for it to help you with your allergies. Because if you don't, it don't do nothing. It's the kind that builds up gradually in your system. And I take one a day, and it really does help my allergies, especially gummy eyes, stuff like that.
Have you tried?
Go ahead.
Have you tried local raw organic honey?
That too.
That's hard to get where I'm at. I mean, I can get it if I went to the store, like one of the Whole Food stores, but they're always just so fucking packed now. I mean,
yeah, the store's the wrong place to get it. You need to find like on Craigslist, some people that have in their house and stuff like that. Because I used to, I've always from pretty much from spring till the end of fall. I used to get really bad allergies, and I still every once in a while will. But they're like these Russian troll people with really short arms that had this place, that kept bees, and they had like a card, some ratty cardboard sign, and you go to like a Whole Foods or something, and they're like orange blossom with a hint of blackberry or whatever, and I was like, yeah, the bees, where they pollinate, they don't know. And so I opened it up and I smelled it, and it smelled like honey, but those nasty flowers that smell like rotten onions and old gym socks. Yeah. And I was like, that's what I'm allergic to. And so I got honey that tastes like honey with a hint of onion smell and old gym socks, and 2 tablespoons of that. And in 2 days I was cleared up.
And so I did another one.
That's serious.
Huh?
I was going to say,
you mentioned.
Yeah.
That sounds really serious. And then I actually did another one. So Lethal Lightning wanted something, so I call it Lethal Cowboy. And you know that guy that screams, he's like, ah, ah. No, you'll watch it. And I thought I would have another one ready just in case Shellback came into the chat, my live stream chat yesterday, but it was on my other computer.
Ah.
Whatever I can do to troll people, it's fun.
Hey, fun trolling is fun. Hey, jokes and giggles. I'm all about the jokes and giggles and getting the giggles. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Unless you get put in Twitter jail.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. Got to be careful the memes you retweet sometimes, or something sounds funny when you see it, you read it and retweet it, and it's like, oh.
I mean,
you know what's funny, Christy?
Hmm.
My time in Twitter jail was when so there's this fellow by the name of McCheese. I think we all know.
Oh, I know who that is.
And there was a
Silence is golden.
it's fine. I've told the story before, but you know, some of his compadres I was having a discussion with, and he pops in, and it was back when he was getting barraged with rainbow phallus thingies on his picture, right? And he was mad at me because I wasn't, you know, trying to tell these people to stop doing that, you know. And I'm like, just ignore it or whatever. Anyway, he pops into this conversation, you know, and he's like, when are you going to take responsibility or whatever? And I'm like, and I was actually kind of waiting for him to pop in, you know, because like when there's one, there's, you know, there's others.
Yeah.
And I was like, there she is. And just a little while later, you know, within a few hours, I get that message from Twitter saying that, you know, some of my features have been suspended. And you know, you can kind of scroll down, you know, and it gives you some details. And sure enough, I see that little message where I wrote, there she is, and that's how I knew he had reported me. But so yeah, that was a reason where that I got incarcerated, is because I said there she is to a dude. So you
Really?
know,
Oh,
yeah.
Sounds like that guy was chanting, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, the
stupidest reasons, right?
The people
only-
who were doing the D pics or the D's on photos and stuff like that, I think to me that's childish anyway, and I won't get into that crap. But I mean,
agree.
like you said, just ignore it. Because if that's all they're doing is childish antics on the internet, then and for you to be like, aren't you going to tell them to stop it? From what I've seen, all that does is just egg them on.
Well, thing is too, like, it's, you know, there's stuff that's situational. You know, I mean, some people pull stuff on other people and they get pissed off and they're like, whoa, why are you getting pissed off? You know, and it's like, you know, it's like you got to know your audience or whatever. I don't know.
Absolutely, you do.
You know, it's like, you know, I think a lot of this stuff is situational, you know, because it's like, but, you know, people will be like, well, you know, you stick up for so-and-so, but you don't stick up for so-and-so. And it's like, well, you know, I think this situation was different than this one, you know, but anyway, you know, the things that people do on the internet, right?
Yeah, silence is golden is a good rule for.
Oh, absolutely. I have a very loud frequency that says silence is golden over and over again. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, what Twitter jail for there she is. What? Hey, Steeg got put in jail for calling someone a bimbo.
Bimbo, yeah. Yeah.
A bimbo. And I think it's like 7 days. So I think it'll be like Wednesday or Thursday of this week. And I was in it because I replied. Ryan had posted the photo that Steeg had sent to a couple of us. And I just called her. I agreed. I said she was just a dumb bitch. And I got that for 12 hours. But I thought it was another one that I had posted under Tom's, which is a lot worse. Nope.
Yeah.
That one was still up until I deleted it.
Well, what's funny is it's actually better to just take the 12 hours, because if you like try and contest this stuff, they can keep you in Twitter jail for like a week or longer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's
Or
like,
the invisible "we're out of the office" sign for 3-4 weeks.
right.
You know?
So I mean, you might as well just be like, you scroll down to the bottom, you hit the mea culpa button, and then 12 hours later you're back in business.
Well,
So,
I mean, it's either free speech or like it's either you talk about whatever you want or you don't. You can't have it both ways.
right.
But normally when I see, the only thing I'll be like, whoa, wait a minute, is when I see like you should be offed or you should do this and like basically hurt yourself and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm reporting that stuff. I don't care if it's a bot account or not. I'm reporting that.
Well,
and I do it on Facebook and Instagram too. I never get replies on those. I mean,
I think social media should be just like it is in the real world. Free speech, unless you're like clearly trying to libel or slander somebody, you should be able to say whatever the hell,
Yeah, pretty much.
So I've come up with kind of a loophole. I think it works. I got in Twitter jail for a week for saying something that somebody said was retarded. And so
you use the R word?
If you say RUHTARDED, I notice it seems to sneak through.
Never go full retard.
Yeah.
Never go full retard. Yeah. Go full retard.
Oh, what show was that from?
What do you mean, you people?
Extreme Brain.
Like Dane Cook, wasn't it?
Was it? Oh, man,
no, it was from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm the dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
And that was fairly accurate.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was.
What are y'all still doing up?
But it's only midnight.
It's midnight in Washington State.
Yeah.
Yep, just turned midnight.
For us West Coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
West Side.
Shellback, never do that again.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
What?
It was funny. I was on Lorena's stream earlier, and Jason Voorhees made an appearance.
Yeah.
And I asked him about his cousin Jasper.
Yeah. Well, people might see Jasper on Halloween. You never know.
That's still one of my favorite clips ever.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
I was thinking
eventually there will be Halloween Ghost Bear costumes someday.
You think so?
Maybe.
I was mulling over for Halloween, shaving the part of my mustache that normally would be grown as the bad man from Germany mustache and being Antifa.
Oh.
But I didn't think anybody would get the joke.
Probably a good thing you didn't.
Yeah.
If you had probably dyed your hair or dyed it, probably I think it would show a lot better.
Maybe.
But
Only if you could speak fluent German, then But.
Well, again, I was going to be Antifa, so I was going to be that was the gag that I would have shaved instead. I was going to prove how much of an anti-fascist I was by shaving the part of the mustache where the bad man from Germany mustache was.
And keeping it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and then having hair everywhere else. See, I hate. Yeah, but I don't know. I can't figure out how to do the rest of the character.
Yeah.
So.
I like the scroll at the bottom is like warning, opinions given and rumors expressed.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's I mean, seriously.
It's horrible that we have to do that, you know.
What were you gonna say, Bear?
So how are your feelings about Stargate SG-1?
I actually haven't probably watched that in like 10 years.
Going back to it, I haven't watched it in a while, and so I went back about maybe a month ago. I went through and watched the first 3 seasons.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie.
Well, no, Stargate movie too, and going into the SG-1, Stargate SG-1, the series.
Yeah.
Never seen the series.
You know,
should.
Atlantis.
You should.
You know, Atlantis has the fellow that all you women drool over.
I remember watching him on Baywatch
Jason
Hawaii.
Momoa. Yeah. That was his. Well, that was his first big show or whatever. Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh yeah, he was on that Stargate SG-1 Atlantis whatever show." So no, he wasn't. He was on Baywatch Hawaii.
Yeah.
You got Prime?
Yeah, I do.
It's available on Prime. It's considered that's something that comes with Prime.
Cool.
Yeah.
Might have to check that out.
Here's what you do: watch Stargate the movie, so it's fresh, and then watch the episode 1, season 2. It's a 2-hour episode. Children of the Gods.
Okay.
And it's freaking great. We did that show. We covered that a couple weeks ago, and we covered tonight episode 2. Technically on IMBD, it's considered not IMBD. On one of the, I think it's, let me see here. I'm looking at Amazon real quick. I think it's considered episode 3.
So,
no, it's considered episode 2.
Bear, I have a question.
Sure.
So I see on Twitter, Washington State officials eradicate the first murder hornet nest. Is that true?
I've seen that too. It's very possible.
Murder.
I haven't. Yeah.
I wonder
because it's been trending.
I wonder what we're gonna get in November.
Hopefully 4 more years.
4 more years of sunshine and nice weather, palm trees, bananas, and coconuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
4 more years of.
Yeah. What's so funny is Wes, and probably I think Wes more than anyone knows how I fall with the aspect of that. And to me, I'm like, it's kind of obvious. Yeah, he's gonna win again, in my opinion. And honestly, it's gonna be so funny to be like the new SJW memes or the gifs where that one the one lady in the hat and the green, she's like, no. I mean, that's the first thing I type. If I'm having a bad day, that's one of the clips I pull up to just to see her. I mean, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, man, those people were. I mean, those people were nuts. Just like for a good 2 years, they were really bad. Like harassing people in public and shit.
She apologized to the world too, if you remember. She's like, I'm so sorry, the world. Yeah.
Girl, there's you're never gonna have no. Even I use that photo as gifts as on my thumbnails because it's just too good.
It is. Holy crap,
Evening.
Bear! What is that link you just showed? It looks like something out of the fucking X-Files.
That's actual real thing, man. Do me a favor and go ahead and share that. I'm gonna so that way I can share something else and then put it down the bottom there. Hold on a minute. Where'd it go? There it is.
I think this is the right one.
No, I will do that. Yeah, that's it. That there.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, and those of you in the panel, right bottom corner, you can expand your yard window. So that way you can see it real good.
Yeah,
that is.
I did that yesterday during Steve's stream.
Look what they're wearing. They're like they're wearing armor.
Are those
like space armor?
Yeah.
Are those like to protect from the bee or from those hornets?
I guess.
Are those stingers that bad?
Are they vacuuming them? Is that what they're doing? Is that a net? What is that?
It's like kill that shit. Don't vacuum that shit up. Kill that shit.
Dude, it's making me think of like the the people when they came to frickin' Elliot's house, to get ET.
That's
Elliot.
so weird. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I meant to get out of the expanded one. Oh well.
Let's see here. I noticed something just now.
RR's like Christy's very perceptive. Yes, I am.
What's this? Launch of the first what? I just noticed someone they right there.
Is Doomhawk still going?
Wow.
I don't know. He might. He goes for quite a while sometimes.
Yeah, I think Inquisition was on his channel tonight, so it's very possible.
Is it still the Inquisition? Or is he on by himself?
I think he might have been doing some member stuff, but
no, it's over.
Oh, okay.
But they did stream for 5 hours and 12 minutes.
When I used to moderate his streams, he would go like for 9.5 hours. I was like, I can't do that.
That's great too. I mean, he can do it.
Yeah, if you can do that, I mean, more power to you. I'm barely like going 5 hours.
Yeah,
that's another one of those irritating YouTube things. It's like, you'll see something and then, it has the little live, the little live thing on it. And you click on it thinking that it's still live. And then
Gary's power went out?
Crap. That's
Pelosi got him. She found out he pooped on her front door.
Oh, dude, that was freaking gold. Whoever made that.
It was Perry Chan who did that.
Was it? Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember.
Did
1 a.m. Central.
Wow.
That's 11, 12.
That's 11 y'all time.
That's 11 Pacific Standard.
Yeah, man, that one day that we did the 6.5 hours, I was wiped, but I mean, it was great. But I mean, towards the end of that thing, my brain was mush. That was. But I'm proud that we did that. I'm proud that we were able to.
So Gary's currently in Texas right now. Then
no, he's still in California.
Yeah, he's in SoCal by San Diego, a little north of San Diego.
One of his latest things though was talking about him going to Texas to check some things out. So I didn't know if he might have taken the trip, but
they're looking into it.
Maybe
looking at that, Arizona and possibly another state.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure.
I don't know if I could do Arizona. It's too deserty.
Through Arizona.
I lived in the area of Lowett, Utah I was there for about 30 days, and then I was we went up to it's like the northern center part of Utah where the mountains get pretty high.
Uh-huh.
And I was there in Utah for about close to 30 days. And let me tell you, man, it is really freaking hot there during the summer. I was there at the end of July.
Oh, wow.
Into August, and I'm telling you, oh my God, it is freaking hot there. When I got there, we partied at night.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't party during the daytime to get away from the heat.
Yeah. Well, I was in Phoenix. I was in Phoenix and Glendale for about 2 years, and the wintertime is like awesome because like in the 2 years I was down there, I can count like maybe 2 or 3 times that it got down to freezing. Okay.
Well, let's put it this way.
In the summertime, it was like 118.
No, that's nothing compared to Vegas. 114 in the shade, 120, 125 in the direct sunlight in Vegas in July.
No offense. I don't understand why anybody would want to live in Vegas.
Yeah. When I was there in Utah, air conditioning doesn't work. There's no moisture to evaporate to create cooled air. So
swamp.
Most people They have swamp coolers, and these swamp coolers are about sometimes 20 feet long and about 3-4 feet wide, and they keep them outside, and it's filled with water. So there's air going through the water, bubbling through it, and it shoots the air into the house, and it's cooler air. That's how they can keep a house about 15 to 10 degrees cooler than outside.
Yeah, but I can keep my apartment about 25 degrees cooler inside in Texas.
Well, you're not completely dry there. You have some humidity to get rid of. In Utah, in Utah, there's hardly any out in the desert.
Well,
Utah is almost high plains desert.
It gets freaking hot here in NoCal, that's for sure. This summer, we've had a lot of hot days, a lot of 110-degree days.
I always love it. A couple of people who I watch live stream or I'm on with, they'll live in Florida, or like where the Panhandle is of Florida, like we're with Georgia, I think. And when they're like, it gets so cold at like 70, 65 degrees, bruh. I'm still wearing flip-flops at 30 outside. I was born in Vegas. I'm stuck here. Well,
I didn't know there were people that were actually from Vegas.
Yeah, it happens.
I actually, the time that I was in Vegas when it was 118 in the shade, and it was about 125 indirect sunlight, and there were people on the pavement had their frying pans on the pavement making breakfast, and this was right around 9 a.m. It's that hot, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And everyone's making their breakfast and all that stuff with frying pans on the pavement. And I hadn't seen nothing like that. And I seen that, and I just like, holy cow.
Atlanta gets really hot in the summer.
Yeah, I was in 91. I went to see the Grateful Dead. There was 3 shows at the Omni. And you ever been there to the Omni?
No, I've been to Atlanta, but I've never been around the Omni.
Well,
I know the general area, but
it's in the ground.
It is?
The Omni Theater, yeah, it's in the ground. There's nothing sticking above. You go, yeah, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. The place is huge, but it's in the ground. Yeah.
Probably cooler.
Oh man, the sound was pretty awesome. I gotta say, I had floor seats. I was right side. You know the seats that go along that are on the bottom along the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I was right there, about 15 feet away from Jerry Garcia.
Nice.
And I had this couple that tried to. Someone got behind me and they got my ticket stub out of my poncho pocket, and they went to the usher that just sat me there 5 minutes before that with my ticket. And they went to her and told her, and she brings my stub back to me and she says, they stole this from you. They tried to steal your seat.
Wow.
They got kicked out for trying to pull that crap.
Good. Hey, Nick.
Hey, what's up, Nick?
How's the mythical land of Australia?
So, hold on.
Do they have killer
I'm
spiders
talking.
in Australia?
Probably.
Everything will kill you down there. Are you kidding?
Even the kangaroos.
Yeah.
As I was
No.
saying,
At least kangaroos are cute while they're doing it.
when
right?
you're down there on the concert floor, you get floor tickets. You know, the thing you do is you stub in all your friends, because when you're down in the center, the ushers can't really see what's going on, and so we go up the top with someone's stub, go up, bring them down, and we keep doing that until we had all our friends down the main floor. That's the way you do concerts.
I remember, have you ever been to the Dallas area?
I was young. I was a kid when I was in Dallas. Drove through Dallas with my grandparents.
In Fair Park, where they would have the state fair, they had a concert. This was like in the heat of summer in like 99, 98. And I'd won tickets through the radio station, and me and my friend went, and it was so hot that it started raining. And those ushers were such assholes. They wouldn't let us get under the awning where the seats were, because other people were there and we didn't pay for that. And it took, I don't know what singer it was. I think it was Usher or somebody. Or just like, let those people come through. It's fucking raining. So yeah.
Like an usher or the usher?
The usher.
Yeah. I was at a show where Bruce Hornsby was playing with the boys, with the Grateful Dead. And I was just at the beginning of the lawn seating, and this usher was given this guy that was going from his seat to the aisle back and forth dancing. And there's nothing wrong with that. This usher was just being a dick. And he came over there and he got taken away. And I'm watching Bruce Hornsby watch what's going down. And during the set break, in between set 1 and set 2 break, he came and talked to that usher, and I overheard him telling that usher to go get that guy and bring him back to his seat. And he goes, "I seen what you were doing. You need to get the hell out of here." And he made management evict that usher.
That's great.
And that guy was brought back and given his seat back. And the whole crowd just screamed and said, "Yay!" It was cool. It was cool.
Che in the chat, he's like, be crazy to explore the tunnels underneath fake. I heard a former model lives there with other homeless people. Yeah, I don't go there. No, that's okay. I've seen those documentaries and stuff like that. Nah.
They got some crazy shit going on in tunnels, huh?
Yep.
Well, I hear all kinds of crazy shit goes in on subterranean tunnels all over the place under huge cities and stuff, you know?
Yep.
There's stories all over the place.
Good thing my city doesn't have them, or not at least where I live, my apartment.
Yeah, Denver's supposed to have quite a lot of that stuff going on under it.
And Nick says, yes, there's killer everything. So I'm not surprised. Yep.
Yeah. Out in that area, you got to worry about fire ants down there, right? Fire ants and soldier ants. No, in Texas, they got fire ants in some parts of Texas.
They do, but it's more like, I guess it depends on what type of fire ant, though, because I've never noticed. I think they're more in the forest area or like the country.
Right.
More so in the city. I could be wrong. I could just be, like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know. But fire ants, they do suck, though. And you can tell the difference between when it's a fire ant and just a regular ant. Those damn things hurt.
All right. There is, well, what do you know? There's a new song I uploaded yesterday. And we're going to give it a little play real quick. I better unmute that first.
Make sure the audio is shared.
Oh, I did. Okay. Hey, here's a thing, when you share a screen like this and you click the audio, if you have it up there for a while, the audio will disconnect.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's happened to me several times now.
Yay.
Okay, here we go. The 11th hour. It's 11th hour, there's energy building. It's 11th hour, the energy is building. Yes, it's on its way. Walking sound, the silence is golden. It's so loud. Raise your head, look up to the sky, how we're meant to fly. There's fingers pointing, maybe pointing back. There's feeling growing. The payments due. We all know someone will have to pay. It's the 11th hour. It's 11th hour. There's an energy building. Yes, it's on its way. Walk in silence. Silence is golden. It's so loud. Raise your voice. Raise your head. Look to the sky. Are we meant to fly? There's fingers pointing, maybe pointing back. There's a feeling growing, the payments due. We all know someone will have to pay. It's the 11th hour. It's 11th hour, there's an energy building. Yes, it's on its way. Walk in silence, silence is golden. It's so loud. Raise your head, look to the sky. Are we meant to fly? There's fingers pointing, maybe pointing back. There's this feeling growing. The payments due. We all know someone will have to pay. It's the 11th hour. It's 11th hour. There's an energy building. Yes, it's on its way. Walk in silence, silence is golden. It's so loud. Raise your head and look to the sky. It's 11th hour, there's an energy building. Yes, it's on its way.
All right.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, it's the newest song I just came out with yesterday. Basically, you know, I can. Doesn't matter what I'll be doing. I'll be watching either Gary or Doomcock, or watching YouTube, or watching a show, and I'll hear a word, and it's like, all right, I'll start writing, because one word will just trigger stuff, you know. And I did that, and then, you know, I sent it to myself via direct message on Twitter, and then the other day, about 3 days ago, I put it into a Word document and started writing it and all that, and then the name of the song came to me when I heard someone say 11th hour. I think it might have been Gary. And I'm like, 11th hour? Oh, man, that would be a good name to a song. And so I added that to it and started to write a little bit more, and broke it down into verses. And there you go. A song was born.
Nice.
Yeah. I have a lot of fun doing that. I really enjoy it. Hearing it after the fact, hearing it become a living thing, just I get a thrill out of that. It's like being able to look into a place where there's good energy and good vibes, and being able to coax it out and get it to fly and spread wings and do stuff. I enjoy that. I have lots of fun with that. And if someone that's having a bad day gets an uplift from it, that's what I'm looking for.
Well, that's cool. That's a great outlook to actually.
Well, there was all the pink elephant, all this stuff, all the negativity. I'm just tired of it. And it was right around April, I disappeared for about 2 or 3 weeks. And
Bear?
Uh-oh. Well, the last time we lost someone, I tried to do their outro for them, and I don't think I did it as well as they did, but I'll try.
You can find me at Bear Nerd Fun.
Hail to all. This is Bear Nerd Fun. And yeah, see, I can't do Bear. Bear's voice is too deep, and I don't have it deep enough.
I always like making fun of Stephen. Yes, I'm the author, Stephen Walton, the Phantom Menace historian, your historian, brought to you in the chats of the High Council, my brothers and sisters.
Yeah, forged in the chats of the High Council. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
And it was so, you know why he blew me up when you were doing your outro yesterday and he had me on screen? Because he saw me. I was like, like, yours
Was
is
I
like,
able to get through my outro?
no, because people, if they say the same thing over and over again, I can actually pick it up and try to mimic it. Not in a bad thing, but you're just like, I'm Wes Moody, the Wes Moody Webcast, and I talk about pop culture and then occasional car talk, occasional conspiracy theory, and I'll talk about whatever I want to because it's my webcast or something.
Yep.
Yeah. And he saw me doing that, and I quickly went off camera. And Lorena's like, hello, I'm Lorena Creole. You can find me on Twitter where I talk about news, pop culture, sci-fi.
Hey, DJ.
Hey,
Yep.
DJ.
It is time. Whoa, what the hell was that? Jesus.
That's Jasper. So,
I thought Mad Mardigan was Jasper.
No, he's Jason.
Oh, okay.
Shellback is Jasper. He's at Camp Crystal Pond, right, Jasper?
Something like that, yeah.
That's so creepy. There he is.
Talk about an internet burp.
That was weird.
This time of night, Comcast routers, for some reason, sometimes they just freaking reset themselves.
Well,
Freaking A, I'm telling you. I turned my hotspot on my phone. Yeah, fix that for a minute. I turned my VPN off too. That might have been part of the problem.
So, Jasper, what are you going to be doing this year?
Just killing time, among other things.
You seem so much more psychotic with the mask on, Jasper.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I bet if you turn the light out, your mask glows eerily green.
Maybe a little bit.
You don't want to be like Cooper or Runner Studios when he has all his damn lights off.
Yeah.
There you go.
DJ.
Nice.
No,
what the hell's going on there?
Who's swimming in the water with their mic on?
that's not me.
Somebody have a water bed?
It's Shellback. No, RR. I need to find the video clip, but Exaggeration Nation, Jesse, he made the mistake of posting the stream. This was around this time last year, actually, posting the StreamYard link on Twitter, and a lot of us retweeted it. So he had a bunch of people coming in, and Shellback, you see Jesse be like, "Hey, Shellback," and there's a delay, and nothing comes on, and then all of a sudden you see Shellback in with the mask, and they're like, "Whoa!" And Shellback goes on to this thing with Jasper and Script Doctor Script, Sith Kryptonian, and Jesse are all interviewing, asking Jasper questions. He does. Casey Jones. All right. Well, Jasper, are you going to say anything? Are you going to give us a good outro?
Whose mom would win in a fight? Yours or Norman Bates?
What? That bitch? Hell no. Mama would whoop her ass. Actually, it's not my mama. It's Jason's mama, because we're cousins. We're not brothers. We're cousins. But even my mama would kick her ass.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you do so we have the next Friday the 13th. It's actually in November. Are you going to be doing anything that day? Or is that all just Jason?
Yeah, after my birthday.
Oh, geez, they're getting to do a head-on collision on a Friday the 13th once.
Ooh.
What?
No, the whole family goes to work. He just gets the credit, though.
But
Granted, that was 18 years ago, and there were many Friday the 13ths that nothing happened on. So,
but you said the pond, though, Jasper. And Jason gets the lake. So is it just like a small pond, a couple of feet?
Yeah, you've got to be careful because you don't want to be in a pond that turns into a swamp, because then you're
Yeah.
not, then it's Swamp Thing, and that's totally different.
And you don't want to get swamp ass.
Yeah, definitely don't want that. That would be bad.
That sounds like a bad thing to have.
But see, and RR is incorrect. Jasper doesn't look like a candy corn eater.
He does look like a candy. I bet that there's nothing behind that mask but candy corn.
What's wrong with candy corn?
I mean,
you sounded oddly
It's
psychotic
yummy.
saying that, Jasper. I think that says it all.
well, we know Jason doesn't like it because he said that on Lorena's stream.
Well, every family has its oddball. All right.
He's like, I'm tired of this damn thing.
Dude, it gets hot.
What's that?
Plastic don't breathe, okay?
It's got holes in it.
Yeah, it does.
Bruh,
Yeah.
plastic don't breathe.
You know what they do protect against? Hockey pucks.
Mm.
But clearly not candy corn.
Bear,
Has
do you like
candy corn-sized holes?
Bear, do you like
Indeed.
candy corn?
I do like candy corn.
Shit.
Nothing,
Well,
nothing.
at least I know my buddy Wes is gonna back me up.
I also
Yeah.
like Peeps.
High five.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Wait, we'll go like this.
That's a down low.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, they're both just like pieces of sugar. I mean, come on. It's
Peeps.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I forget what stream it was on. Never mind.
You.
I don't know what stream it was on. I can't think of the stream. Somebody was eating Mexican candy or something like that. Michael Myers can wear a mask for years. You're a noob.
See, I would prefer that weird Mexican candy that's super spicy and also salty and sour and all that shit at the same time over candy corn.
No.
So DJ Skandalous, where do you fall on the great candy corn debate? I think you've been silent too long. We need to know where you are.
Listen here, brah. I see that comment. Okay, this thing was $15 on Amazon. Okay, I'm just saying.
Hey, Mike sounds good.
It does. It sounds good.
Yeah.
And I'm very fortunate to be monetized and stuff like that. But I still, YouTube sucks when you have to go through an arm and a leg to actually like verify your address and stuff like that. So it'll be 60 days, hopefully, before I see anything.
Yeah, I like Peeps, Tina.
Hi, Tina. How are you doing, dear? See, Lorena's stream earlier, Tina was guessing those scary movies. And I think Tina was a cheater, pumpkin eater in a way because of that. I think so.
Really?
Well, because Lorena didn't. I could be lying. I'm not lying. I could be. Don't know, but Lorena had the article like the 25 haunted Halloween or movie locations, and it took everything in me not to go to that link and see what the movies were.
actually, you know what else sucks? My eyesight.
How about you lower the camera so we can see your damn face or your laptop?
Why is that
There you
mask
go.
so wide?
That's
Because
what she
it
said.
was like $1 at Walmart. Okay, give me a break.
Looks like it was made for a giant.
See, the thing is, if I angle the camera or the screen where the camera is down a little bit more, it puts the screen at an angle that makes it like a little hazy to read. Because it's the camera that's part of the laptop. So
Same here. That's what I use. I just have my lighting is low because I might have a headache.
but yeah, I don't know. I wish I had the actual
What the fuck?
Jason mask, but
That mask is
yeah.
made for the man. It's like the man in the moon would have that mask.
Look at DJ.
Well, I guess it's ear protection as well. I don't know, but yeah. I need one with like reading lenses in the eye sockets because I can't read shit.
He's like, that mask was for Shaq. It's Steel too. Holy shit, that's a big mask.
I bought it at Walmart for $1.
I'd
Give
buy
me
that
a
for
break.
$1.
I don't think that that will protect you from a hockey puck.
Well, if it hit the side that's sticking out, it might bounce off. But I think head on, it probably wouldn't.
He'd get a broken ear bone out of that one.
I don't know.
Tina, you have to get up early for a work conference? Yeah, I know how that goes. That sucks.
Just got up for a conference call. Yeah, that's blah. Hey, we know that. Did you catch in the news about the guy that was in a conference call that walked by the camera naked, doing certain activities?
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. YouTubing. Yes.
Yeah.
Broadcasting himself.
Yeah.
Ruben
we
the
got
Tubin.
we got a new saying out of that one: rootin' tootin' tubin'.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Ryder now. He really does. TJ.
Do we think he was maybe kind of high when he was doing that? Do we think drugs were involved?
Well,
that's a good possibility.
Well, he said he's gonna cut like leave, and you see him like that bottle of lotion like appeared mysteriously, and he just sits it down, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh no.
What was it?
Wait, you've seen the video?
Yes.
Oh, it's out there.
Was it Jerkins?
Full bird.
I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was out there. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Funny
Let's
stuff.
see here.
I did see the Hunter Biden tape, but they luckily do us a favor and censor most of that out. I was like, wow, that chick has a really odd shaped head because they blurred it out.
Oh, dude.
Like, oh, that's her feet.
Culture Casino shared a really good tweet from somebody, and it's like images of Hunter Biden in the trunks of these cars.
I didn't mean to say that out loud.
I didn't hear you.
Nope. I was searching for it. I spelt masturbate wrong.
Oh.
Whoops.
Wait, who looks like Runner? DJ?
Hey, I will have you know. Yes, I did. No, I didn't save it. I've seen better. But I did. Never mind. Nope. Not going to tell who I sent it to. Nope.
Well, every good.
I shouldn't have started laughing.
Every good group of fishermen has a masturbator.
Back when there's a thing to do with Shakespearean and all that stuff,
Oh wait, is this it? Oh yeah, here it is. I found it. There we go. Is my internet fucking up?
Elbow cough.
Oh right. What's going on with this? Oh, this made the news in India.
Holy cow! Really?
Wow.
Oh God.
YouTubing?
All right, Bear. I'll put it in the private chat.
They're over there going, oh God, golly gee, would you look at this?
Oh crap! Oh, Shellback. So he's the top left hand. That's where he is. You want me to share
Oh,
it?
he double clicked. That's his problem. I seen him click it. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Have you seen it, Wes?
I
No.
haven't seen it.
What the hell is this dude doing?
He's doing exactly what it looks like he's getting ready to do.
Oh. Are
Here,
wait,
share my
there's
screen.
sound.
They're all laughing. their
Share
ass
my
off.
screen.
Let's see here.
Okay, so this is him.
Oh,
right
he's the host, so he can't turn it off. Oh, whoa.
Okay, so this has been viewed 1.8 million times. So, okay.
Well, that one you probably could because it
He
doesn't
still
have
has his
anything.
pants on. Look.
Share the sound because our comments are pretty funny too.
Okay.
Like, no, Daniel, don't.
Okay. I gotta put my headphones on because if not, it'll echo. Do.
And the gal in the middle is like drinking some coffee or something.
I mean, this poor idiot.
You can imagine her going, oh.
I think the gal on the bottom right is like looking
Yeah.
at what's going on, and she's got that crinkle eyebrow going.
She does too,
Yeah,
and
She's like, I know what you're getting ready to do.
it looks like he's paying attention too.
I can't. Are we supposed to be hearing anything?
Oh shit! I didn't share sound. My bad. Shut up. Share audio.
Man, you just can't get good help these days.
Shut up, Shellback. Okay, can y'all hear it now?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Higher than 2019. We started this quarter off at 2.75.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Wait, oh wait.
January.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Mika,
Oh my God.
You call Daniel on his cell. Call Daniel.
Oh man.
That one guy just gets up.
Oh man.
The girl in the middle.
Dude.
How do we turn this feed off?
Wow.
We can't.
Oh,
Daniel.
Man.
Oh my God. Daniel is the host. Holy shit.
Oh man. That's
Oh man.
And the gal in the bottom right corner, she just freaking points her camera down. You know, she's like, "No, I don't want to be on this no more." And then the one above her, he like gets up and like somebody just freaking goosed his ass or something.
Oh damn.
Poor Daniel. Poor Daniel might need to, shave his head and grow some facial hair, or change his appearance.
I thought you were gonna show us footage of tubing, but that was pretty good though.
And there
Yeah.
and there was another one too where a lady, she's on a conference call and it says it's Jennifer really had to go, where she's walking around with her laptop and she goes into the restroom.
I'm looking at it now.
You are.
It's right below. It's one link below that what you sent me.
Oh, it is?
It's one of the replies.
Okay.
Somebody, his name is somebody on there. He replied, Jennifer really had to go.
Well, and see what's great about well, it's not great, but
What?
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad that they edited it out. The person who uploaded that one clip, I'm glad they edited out, because in the original one, it showed a lot more stuff.
The dude in the freaking lower left though, he's the best though, because he's just like sitting there freaking laughing his ass off. Everybody else is like freaking out or shocked, but he's just laughing his ass off.
Okay, I shared it, Bear.
Man, don't people know? Jeez.
Okay, so it's her right here. That's who it is. And they're all, I guess they're psychologists or something like that. So it's like, because it says family approaches. So
long it's been versus like some other professions, say a few years or whatever. I think it really depends on just like the ethical standards of the profession. And in reality, I've heard that social work kind of has very high standards and like good standards in terms of things, and that oftentimes people of other professions don't have. Yeah.
Hold on.
What happened?
I saw nothing.
Holy cow.
Oh my God,
say it again, Bear.
Yeah, not much was visible, but that was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Moon River.
Oh man.
Yep. And I like how Wes is like 20 minutes ago, he's like 30 minutes ago, he's like fading.
Yeah.
Come on, you silly gooses. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning where I am.
Well, I think we need something to wash that from our ears and our eyes. Wes is like, oh my God, I can't believe I just seen that.
What? Oh, come on. The stuff that he's seen on Twitch or whatever the heck it is, you know.
Lord have mercy. Those I'll never do that again with you and Drew.
Rip
Hell
the shrimp. Rip the shrimp. Everybody.
Yeah, we've never been able to equal the RIP the shrimp one and rip the shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. Indeed. Well, hey, let's go around the horn, tell everyone where you can be found, and we will play one more song to rock it out of here and then call it good.
Which one first?
Start with you, Christy. Work our way around.
Oh, hello. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram at According to Christy, where I just talk about everything. And I like creeping in the chats, being like, sup assholes or sup bitches. And it's fun. So thanks for having me on, Bear.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for coming on. It's always a laugh.
Thanks.
Shits and giggles, they say, eh?
Mm-hmm.
S&G.
It looks like Tom is wanting to know, want some Photoshop done for a picture.
Tom from Midnight's Edge, Tom?
Yeah, me, Tom. Yeah, our favorite Bat Tom. You know, I love some Bat Tom here and there. Because whenever I'm in a chat and he's on, I always request Bat Tom. Yeah.
Oh, is he in the chat?
No, he was asking.
Fourth wave.
Yeah. I like Tina. She's like, thankfully, my calls aren't that quote unquote exciting.
Well, yeah. There's always hope, Tina. There's always hope.
All right.
So you got a recent project going on, Christy?
I do.
Video.
Oh,
tell Chad about it real quick.
I know that next Saturday for the movie stream, it's going to be Halloween edition. And if Tom wants to dress up or wet or culture, they can. Not me. I ain't doing it. Nope.
Well, not with that attitude.
Yep. But that's it so far. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the week goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very strange Halloween. I get the feeling in my area Halloween will be canceled.
Everything is canceled. All right, all right, Turtle, do your outro.
I'm gonna make sure I got a few different bags of candy for the kids and all that. Okay, Shell, go.
Yeah.
Don't torture them with candy corn, though.
Oh, come on. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yes, Shellback TJC, YouTube and Twitter. You can find me here and there on both of them platforms. Christy finds me all the time and torments me with a certain GIF. But so yeah. I'm glad I can entertain her, so subscribe to Christy. All right, I'm done.
Oh wow, that was the shortest Shellback outro I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I'm Wes Moody, the Wes Moody Webcast. You can find me at youtube.com/Wes Moody Webcast. I talk about current events, pop culture, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional car talk, and I will vlog about whatever the heck I want to because it is my webcast. I recently passed 4,000 watch hours, which means the only thing keeping me from making money on YouTube is subscriptions. So don't make me beg, but I will beg. Please subscribe your mom, subscribe your dad, subscribe your dog, your cat, the possum that lives under the house to my channel to get me to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, my friends.
Don't forget the puppies and the kittens.
Did I not get the puppies and the kittens? Yeah, the puppies and the kittens too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs, cats, puppies, kittens.
Alrighty. Well, with that.
Oh, one more thing real quick, Bear.
I was waiting for you to say one more thing.
Mana.
Huh?
Mana who?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Mana.
All right, this song here will get rid of that. Yeah. All right, here we go. Like the world we're living in. Okay? Everyone hear that?
Yep.
Crazy clown world, music from another land. Light and sound, surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse. Curators of reality, they have no personality. Music from another land, light and sound in the dark of night. You're not alone, make your own reality. Be the monks in your life, protect mythos and mythologies. In a story for story's sake, the writing's on the wall. The band's playing Crazy Clown World, music from another land. Light and sound, surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse. The curators of reality, they have no personality. Music from another land, light and sound in the dark of the night. You're not alone, make your own reality. Be the monks in your life, protect mythos and mythologies. In a story for story's sake, the writing's on the wall, the band's playing. Crazy Clown World from another land, light and sound, surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse, the curators of reality, they have no personality. Music from another land, light and sound in the dark of night. You're not alone, make your own reality. Be the monks in your life, protect mythos and mythologies. In a story for story's sake, the writing's on the wall, a band's playing. Crazy Clown World, music from another land, light and sound surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse, the curators of reality, they have no personality. Music from another land, light and sound in the dark of night. You're not alone, make your own reality. Be the monks in your life, protect me those mythologies. In a story for story's sake, the writing's on the wall, the band's playing. Crazy clown world from music from another land. Light and sound surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse. Crazy clown world, music from another land. Light and sound surrounded by light. Well, with that, we'll say goodnight and thank you to the chat, because without the chat, it's not fun. We got the best chat in the community, and we thank you, and it was fun. Lots of giggles,
Bye.
lots of laughs. With that, we'll say goodnight. Bye-bye.
Everybody.